سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. نعم.
Thank you so much for that excellent leadership and wonderful remarks from the National Chief Imam, His Eminence Sheikh Osman Nuhu Shaributu. Round of applause one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Also help me acknowledge the presence of the former Inspector General of Police and member of the Council of State, Mohammed Al-Hassan. Round of applause. We've also been joined by the Minister for Labour, Jobs and Employment and MP for Wa Central, the Honourable Alhaji Rashid Pelpool. And so in a few minutes, we'll be getting ready to take our keynote address. But before that, we'll enjoy some wonderful interludes from the Ghana Police Central Band. Thank you. Round of applause for the Ghana Police Central Band. We truly appreciate you. And so, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the keynote address will be following shortly, but we'd like to make a very important announcement. As the address is ongoing, we are live on national TV, so please and respectfully, let's seize all movement as we enjoy the keynote address. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to give us the keynote address at this very important event, the first gentleman of the land. He is the President of the Republic of Ghana. Put your hands together, standing ovation for His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama.
Take a paper from me for me. Thank you. Hello? Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you very much. His Eminence Sheikh Osman Nuhu Shaributu, the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Haj Umar, Chief Imam of Al Sunnah wal Jama'ah, Honorable Alhaji Collins Dauda, Chairman of the Hajj Task Force, Honorable Joseph Bukari Nikwe, Minister for Transport, Ms. Yvonne Nana Afri-Opare, Managing Director of Ghana Airports Company Limited, Reverend Solomon Ajasu Abija, Director of Projects and Engineering and Construction Company Maus Limited, leaders of the Muslim community, and I recognize Sheikh Wadud, Sheikh Amin Bonsu, Molvi bin Sali, and other leaders of our Muslim denominations. I wish to welcome all of you to this simple but important ceremony this afternoon. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, on this blessed Friday, the last before we enter the holy month of Ramadan, I wish to extend to you the cherished Islamic greeting, of Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. May Allah's peace, mercy, and blessings be upon all of us. This sacred period is a time of reflection, worship, and renewal of our faith as Muslims. In just a few hours, we will enter a month where the doors of mercy are flung open to all, and the forces of shaitan are restrained, and every act of worship is rewarded thousandfold. May Allah accept our fasting, our prayers, and the good wishes we cherish for ourselves, our family, and our nation. Our honored guests, brothers and sisters in Islam, it is a noteworthy moment for me to stand before you today. You may recall that my first public engagement upon assuming office was with the Ummah at the National Mosque Kanda, where I made a solemn pledge to alleviate the heavy financial burden of Hajj on willing Muslims who intended to perform the pilgrimage. Today I'm pleased to announce that this pledge has been fulfilled, and the cost of Hajj was reduced from 75,000 cedis to 62,000 cedis. A savings of up to 13,000 cedis per pilgrim. Inshallah, this will significantly increase the number of people performing this sacred journey this year. I'm certain that next year we can even bring the fare down further. After we pay off the millions of dollars of debt that have accumulated in Saudi Arabia from earlier Hajj operations. This year, we intend to airlift exactly 5,000 pilgrims to the Holy Land. And the task force has announced 13th March as the deadline for payment. We have facilitated a pre-finance arrangement with one of the local banks. And so I'm pleased as I speak to you to announce that all deposits for accommodation, transport, and other facilities have been paid. I've instructed the Hajj task force that they should cut off at exactly 5,000 and not go beyond 5,000. We don't want the previous situation where people rush with late payments and we are unable to airlift them and they come complaining. This year we set up a task force to manage the Hajj, because after government took office, we realized that period between taking office and the Hajj was too close. And so we brought competent people together, headed by Alhaji Collins Dauda, as a task force to organize the Hajj for this year. After this year's Hajj, we'll constitute the Hajj board, and we will appoint the chairman of the Hajj board. I've instructed the task force that Hajj is not a business. Hajj is not meant for profit. The Hajj task force must not structure things in order to make a profit. We don't want a profit from Hajj. After the performance of Hajj, if there is even 1 CD left, that money should be donated to the poor or used for a project in the Muslim communities. His Eminence the Chief Imam, eminent Muslim Ummah, I'm also happy to announce that I've instructed the legal counsel at the presidency, Madam Marietta Brew, to amend the Public Holidays Act to provide an extra holiday for the Muslim celebration of Eid al-Fitr. Therefore, beginning this year, there will be 2 days of holiday at the end of the holy month of Ramadan. Indeed, Allah reminds us in the Holy Quran, and I quote, it says, "Verily, the first house of worship appointed for mankind was that at Makkah, full of blessings and guidance for mankind and the jinn." And this is Surah Al-Imran 396. And in another verse, and I wish to quote again, The Quran says, and proclaim to mankind the Hajj. They will come to you on foot, on an every lean camel. They will come from very deep and distant mountain highways. And this is in Surah Al-Hajj, chapter 22, verse 27. Hajj is a spiritual journey of purification and a reaffirmation of our submission to the will of Allah. This journey begins with our 5 daily prayers, and it intensifies through the holy month of Ramadan and reaches its pinnacle in the rites of the Hajj. I've always told my father, the chief imam, that I pray that Allah spares his life so that he will see 2 things in his lifetime before he is called to Jannatul Firdaus. One of them was the construction of the National Mosque in Kanda, and I thank Allah that he spared his life to see that beautiful edifice. The second was the construction of a permanent Hajj village for pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land. And today I thank Allah that our father is with us on this auspicious occasion. Since I came into public service, one of my greatest concerns has been ensuring that our Ummah embark on this sacred journey with dignity and in a conducive environment. And indeed, there's a hadith that states, indeed Allah is beautiful, I quote, and loves that which is beautiful, unquote. In 2009, when President John Evans Atta Mills of blessed memory commissioned me as his vice president to supervise the Hajj operations, I found a very pathetic situation in which pilgrims were left to sleep in the open at the Elwak Stadium. Many of them were bitten by mosquitoes and came down with malaria even before boarding their flights for the Holy Land. I therefore, with a team, set out to remedy the situation with Alhaji Bene and his group by setting up a temporary Hajj village using tents next to the Elwak Stadium. This improved the condition of pilgrims while they prepared to embark on the Hajj. Following an aircraft overshooting the runway at the Kotoka airport, the temporary Hajj village had to be moved from that site, and it was brought to its current site close to the Accra Polo grounds. Each of these temporary structures was an improvement over the previous one, but none of them fully met the dignity and comfort that our pilgrims deserve. During all this time, we were engaged with the Ghana Airport Company Limited to provide land for a new and permanent Hajj facility to be built. I therefore today give credit to all those who have worked, including members of the past administration, to bring us to this point where we can cut sod for this complex facility that will guarantee the safety and comfort of our pilgrims before they leave for the Holy Land. Today we gather here not as politicians, but as one people, Ghanaians who genuinely seek the welfare of our Muslim brothers and sisters wishing to embark on the Hajj. We're taking a bold step forward. This new Hajj village will serve as a modern, well-equipped and dignified facility for our departing pilgrims. Fellow citizens, as you were told, this edifice includes a fully air-conditioned pilgrims hall to ensure comfort before departure. And so this is like a terminal building, a smaller version of Terminal 3. And so they'll be checked in there, and then they'll be taken straight to the aircraft to board and depart. There's a modern ablution and prayer area, a mosque, to facilitate spiritual preparation before our pilgrims leave. There's a well-organized accommodation, comfortable accommodation, to allow the pilgrims to rest peacefully before their flights are ready. There's a dedicated health facility, a modern clinic, to provide medical care and screening before they depart. There's a market and catering facilities so that they can be well fed before they leave. There will be an immigration desk and check-in services to streamline travel procedures before they embark on their pilgrimage. This project has been on the drawing board for a long time, and I thank Allah for allowing me to see this beautiful dream fulfilled. My thanks go to the management and staff of the airport company, Madam Yvonne and her staff, for making this project possible through what is a land swap agreement. And I thank our brother, the owner of Meshes Mawum's Construction, who are the promoters of this project, for their perseverance and diligence in bringing this project to commencement. My dear brothers and sisters, as I said, this project is for the welfare of all Muslims, notwithstanding political affiliation. And it is my fervent hope that we'll gather again here once more 24 months from now to commission this beautiful edifice to the glory of Allah. May Allah bless this project, may Allah bless this initiative and grant it success. Wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. And before I resume my seat, I wish to extend my thanks to our Muslim ministers and MPs. They, at the beginning of the holy month of the Ramadan and the fasting, have brought to me 7,650 bags of sugar and 2,650 bags of rice to be distributed to the Muslim Ummah for people who do not have food to eat during the Ramadan. And so we'll do that presentation too here. Immediately after this event, we'll hand over these products. I want to thank Alhaji Muntaka Mubarak and all his colleague Muslim ministers and MPs for this kind gesture. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you so much, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, for that excellent and exciting keynote address. I thought we'll do a big round of applause and put us on for the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Thank you for all the chants and the cheers. I can sense that there's excitement in the house. Thank you. And so we'd like to wrap up with our closing prayer, after which we'll get ready to do the official sword cutting for this very important ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as I make welcome the National Chief Imam of Al Sana, Wow Juma, Sheikh Haj Umar. A round of applause.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Babu shakka malam wani zai karshen addu'a. Mun gode ma Allah jalla wa ala da ganin wanga rana da aka bani labari cewa za mu zo a gwada muna inda za a yi Hajj Village. Ni na ce fili za mu zo mu gani. Da shigowa na ga kakarfu na filoli sun tsaye da ai an kare. Allah ya kara haka nan. Allah ya ƙara haka nan, wanga bawan Allah da Allah ya ba mu shi, in dai ba mu zama mutane ba mu zama. You too can do, you too can develop, you too can build. What does you build? Who are you waiting? An kama maka komai, an bude maka kofa, sauran ka ce na gode, Allah gode muna. اللهم صل وسلم على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت ورحمت وباركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. الله يبود أمنا، الله يسأل بركة كده اليوم. إنا كده مسلمي باكي ديا، إنا كده مسلمي باكي ديا، متاسي تيه مزاد ماتا ونما أرزكي. الجنة بس نوار كل يوم. باك شيء الجنة بان كل يوم. كاجانا يا مكذب. إن الله اشترى من المؤمنين أنفسهم وأموالهم بأن له الجنة. بس الله كريمو سيلو كودي كتاشي كنيما ككل الدنيا ككل الآخرة. آمين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون، سلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you so much, Ghana Police Central Band. And so we'd like to usher His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, to please make his way to the official sod. And so we'll move to the official sword cutting location, which is located to the left-hand side of the high podium. Thank you. Let us respect protocol and security, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
With technology to efficiently leverage the African Continental Free Trade Area. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I want to reaffirm our commitment to social development and acknowledge that our diaspora remains an invaluable asset to our nation. We are dedicated to strengthening our connection with Ghanaians abroad and people of African descent worldwide, and friends of Ghana wherever they may be. Migration, if properly managed, can benefit migrant workers, their communities, and their countries of destination and origin. However, migrant workers are often at risk of exploitation, abuse, and exclusion, with limited access to social protection benefits. Ghana is finalizing bilateral labor agreements with key partners to address the needs of vulnerable labor migrant workers and promote ethical recruitment. We're also in the process of finalizing additional agreements to enhance protection and support for migrant workers. We'll also launch the Ghana Labor Export Program, which would allow skilled Ghanaian workers to work abroad for specified periods in order to gain experience and also to contribute their quota to other countries.
Ready for the President.
وذكرنا بالخير ووالما به فما زال في الدنيا وعند مغابي ينيء الغاجات ترم بابك فيلقون أمنا في الممات وفي المايا نبي على كل غنام مقدم نبي على كل غنام مقدم محمد نبي
We have our president and
نبي على كل
going to a briefing on the project by the director of projects, Reverend
وفي كرام وسواه هو الشمس نورا هو الشمس نورا والنبي نجم نبي على كل غنام مقدم نبي على كل غنام مقدم محمد وفي كرام وواسما واكرم هو الشمس نورا والنبي ناجم على ليلة الإسراء والناس نور سماء سماء ثم زاد على السوي سماء سود بذاتي فوق منازلي وجاء بقولي فاسري غير خازني ولما النبي محمد ولما نفى بالعلم جاء الغوائل سما سود من ذاتي فوق منازلي وجاء بك أجار أبودي هنيا مالا نزوى أبودي هنيا وجاء بقولي فاسي غير خازل تعالى أبودي هنيا مالا نزوى وجاء بقولي فاسي غير خازل النبي محمد أبودي مالا نزوى وجاء بقولي فاسي غير خازل ولما النبي محمد ولما نفى بالعلم جاء الغوائل أكاو كجرا ولما نفى بالعلم أكاو كجرا جاء الغوائل ضممنا يد التاكيك عن كل باتم فلا فكر في لبسي ولا رجل في هندالي وسم إلى ذاته ما شئت من شرفي وسم إلى قدره ما شئت من عظم وسم إلى ذاته ما شئت من شرفي وسم إلى قدره ما شئت من عظم فإن فضل رسول الله ليس له النبي محمد فإن فضل رسول الله ليس له حد فيورب عنه ناتق بفمي لو ناسبت قدرته آياته زمان الصلاة على النبي الكبير.
Live on TV as well as and also on Power 97.9 FM, the hottest and the biggest conversation in Ghana inside politics. If we in Studio Howard 37 Abrebisi Street, the heart of Accra, Usu editor in all the 16 regions across the country, north, south, east, and west. Baby FMBR, Power 979 and a TV as well as Friday 28th of February 2025 in the year of our Lord. Mahine awo eyekede na baby will be a kese enko emma na ene papa bia ba besra mi ofi ha na mo be hu sa papa no oye obi a oye celebrity se ni mo kanu no wo fans wo Ghana pa na oye obi a obro papa wari ase te ne mo bete sa papa no kan e wo show no so agina konya kora dada ma hu se wo tonku wa we be na Friday wa fine mo bete ne kan e wo show ni so ni din e de ko fori wa mo te ne kan ene awie yi Kes me 107.1 FM o Tamale Simoti Fimante Momo so FHM DB Boli in Kiligi FM Kremo Savannah region YWFM Boko e source 100.1 FM Zaps FM o Zebila Sansuna Pusiga e Wimpan Sampa Wende FM yefi on ye ko bono region so atine 90.9 FM won soko ena yenuanoma e wo Nsuma FM so Kremo won Krankwanta Afro regional capital go so nananom 92.5 FM ena Dunu FM so e wo Sankore Yekohu Vuta regional capital e global 105.1 FM Niwase 10.7 FM so Ketekrache e wo Oti region KFM o Pasa Oti region ena Buem FM so Jase kan ye Dr. Manfred Nikrum Jodade Umukrum Alaji Kadel Tanko Dollar Man Krum ena alaye Sheikh ye Amin Krum omunyina na Alaji Afabu omunyina ye Jase kan for ti omunyina aye jaba akomba omunyina Krum Buem FM ho omu TV den dia enye asem ketwa yefi oni yakọ Western Regional Capital ene Honorable Kofi Bua ni Krum Elembele Eziama Elembele womuso West End 100.3 FM Kremo ho yinu anima water crowd ye sharp 106.9 FM nyire Kremo yakọ Central Regional Capital Cape Coast Adom Sounds e Kotokraba Market mu Kremo ye bo wrase mfosunsu on fifi mantema Rich FM su Kremo e wo ha enye asem ketwa kra London ye FM radio ne Fire Life radio Samsung on your multi TV GG box radio SYZ 3.1 on Facebook like Power 979 TV SYZ Ghana Samsung on YouTube SYZ broadcast in America Virginia memo yinu anima wo America memo e kura from Virginia aposisi FM so enwukremu eho a enye asem ketua na enei isasanese John Dramani Mama kopie mu Accra International Conference Center ya wone eye de clergy asofo kukudanfo ekohia ya omo ede nyamesom ho nsem editu edwa na ho nsem no ekọ sai wo free wona no sa kopie mu ya watumi akokate sword bisi dan kese ede ama yenuane muslimifo said de be ya omo hajj village wono omo kaso mu tu kwan a eni metumi akoyie ede ama wo mo ho nsem ne te say national chief imam kopie mu bia na wankobi obese uti ni nyina mo afidie no ena heya ono abo azikadungu oye obi a oye mrase bedwani ede metumi before omo eye bolgatanga central na ode nsem bi atudwa nsem ode atudwa no efa bansa wodo a omo collapse no nsem ben waka fa ho ni nyina ye nsem a yede ebrewo ewo eye adwumedie so ewo TV SYZ na Power 97.9 FM ye na ye ho semeti wa mu emra ye ba de yakanyina beto amso Samu akwaba ene Friday wabana bi abako de ti azu awuto nkoi ene Friday o
makodi kokonte bi na ada
wakodi de kokonte
kokonte
enu atisi esi udi 30 minutes na onka nyanza semo
bia ebe depend kwa omo fa so hata no
hata
ni baby omo hata ba
na wo de obisa sana okodi ede
zimi bisa onze o baby e omo hata no okay ye kan kontena o hwe kontena ni kala no enne be determine baby omo hata no wo na ni etum
tene ne nkatekwa na benkwa
nkatekwa
ai
intele nkatekwa
wo de enrade ni woman na ene de I fine
my fridge
me say enrade ni woman na ene de
da bi no akra no udwa begumu a enne wo be de so your top up
tene top up mponi tene de ankasa anwumre kora mai
my yes you know oh I just a top up we onmumo top up na wo de didi azana ya wo ji ade aso ade so aye bibi no
ai community da be na obejai
na yanyame na bo abe zanyame na bo abe
ene Friday
tanduro
obe himso
yes anwa
nyame no bo abe
no bo wona wocha
mo twa be no
No one more.
That is a walk.
Hopefully, brother, badges.
Where Talahala?
Maasa Babu,
I'm a president State of the Nation address you to meet you.
Meet you,
A courier. Papa. Is it what as you you move? We moving on.
Senator.
Until we are so at the end.
No Senator.
When I
no me you are. Aware.
And do you so?
No Senator. Me teaching the chance.
Who is in the trim?
Dimitri, in the chance.
That's
right.
Level near high.
And the Musa high speed.
She was it.
Answer. A human sanity.
No, I brought my battery.
Thank you.
Power jet battery.
That's
right. Chadaita Mammy.
Okay, the Roxon Ventures or Mugabe sod was.
Zombra no my advert.
Oh, Mamma Naba.
Zombra. But we nipa.
Now we are doing. There is another address.
Oh. Miss you nipa obi a me count.
I say, did that in another address?
President my friend me.
I said, that's whom my friend our baby nipa. One was a nipa. What is
Kakari?
Where you
go fully.
I can say Mr. Fully.
And I said to the nation address and I saying,
oh, Yaman. Men to me, Cassa, baby, and you are untouchable. On the my panino, I don't know could there be a young maker. You see who fights and runs away, lives to fight another time.
Fantastic.
Wakunda, and Wako trans, and Wako baby. Lubos in the portals in the other a corn in Tokwa conference one. Until this time around, no, what do I say? All but with full force. And I'm happy the way what was starting in their man. What kickstarted with some kind of force we do what would didn't you be there grown I grew with you.
Obey.
Sana dear Nakoya.
Obana Babo.
Me say. Me who say or the buga ban if
4 years now.
Exactly.
Only I go.
O pediaco. Zizi Afi he's already a statesman. What I say? Didn't be no over a bet yenna a dear can good name.
It's better than riches.
That's it.
Open. Was it like I always will be paid nimpa?
Man,
sir, young name.
What I you.
Oh, Nazaman come.
I did over Palace, and then was it. Mufi bosom crowd to me to Bourbon and to me. Who did you my term crying about now? What shall I say? Oh, and you know, me who is my penny a Bugayan on them.
What you see?
What to say? What hit your grounds to never run it. And he gave an ultimatum for that 120 days, you know. And I think that or compress it and near within the 120 days.
Fantastic.
What must you want to make run within the 20 days? You bet me, I can say, nipper baby. 1 million.
But I sat to work.
Very well. And just, I was asking myself, say, is the man rhyming?
What you say?
As what or rhyme? What you say? No, stop.
Papa.
And he was
always
hitting one after the other. Oh, no, as a matter of
fact, anyone need that one ultimately, you know. Oh,
na me born me to me can Bible. Me book me to me can Bible.
No, telling you, no, good.
No, near Simmons. No, she said, you see, once in a year, finish say, Obroni professor of Adrian, or got not be a bar, na pap. Or the new hand near Cosso, or the Nasumti, and so no, near 5. That's it. All I measure. Until no, me from the one here, and me per se. Oma Ghana for who the real state of Ghana as at now.
The nation.
What do you say?
And I know our council.
Exactly. This is all what I was waiting to hear. And or the man, you know, me we and me. I don't say no man didn't die. I was fed with the state of the nation when
addressing.
Jimmy Mayer. Also Ghana for no. Ye nya twom kakra.
Ose national service authority hono. Mumudi kan be hwe ho na omudi apipi mu nyina wade clear mu wanted. Enu maja padi nyina so ba freeze nyina.
Ose on twen ka say ye twen.
Na bi mu aso ma issue.
On ka say ye twen OSP. Ye twen you can say Attorney General yen twen we know sisi ano ono ankasa ama instruction
directives no
ko inti wo hye mu bi na eze eye wasede eze wo take action no opa unzo delay ni enhwe bebe ebeko
just amafo ho ebeto jamu
natolish
na de
natolish okrante dutch natolish say Okaza move, that's right.
What you say?
Naturally, Dutch. What you say? Internet, no. Oh, and now friend now Obi Babe release press statement na okay. What is your more?
Go for
So you move ya. Matizi exhibit been in India. Matizi been in only me person. Yes. And you know, unim say won ye kromfo. Na ye pa gromvo
me no to ababy me no watena Ghana
naturally she go
to kwan yakoba you know airport be bia me
yes yatim what is it
that's it
yes and you know on my peninsula can I'm the last week me say no ka say 8 years or to no position na wan go be bia ye na na yatim this ye yo anye yo yatim Diana na ode wokwa say ye say nye ode wontra
was it GF wo budget bia be open Ghana for nyina wo si wo hu de wo
I think I said this some time ago
was it Ghana so no bia qualified to work up no
that's it
who do GFA
exactly who say the last one I think say ye call you know the minister was able to tell Ghanaians say undisclosed budget and I felt very insulting. Yes.
Our
taxpayers' money. You need to account for it.
You lose near $8,000 a year dollars. What lose you?
Why? Oh, I say, there's nothing controlling the
Ghana Football Association.
It's just quite unfortunate. Mugabe. Oh. In this old penny, adding to son and I'm happy he's eating, you know, and name also one after the other.
So about face economy, no, over blame more.
When is there no pen or can we an American sorry? Or can we a yarn American sorry? And I'm assuming we
will die.
Call you, sir, on my penny cash say, the last statement, you know, or say, I am fixing. Ghana's economy than with you.
When you catch you?
Yes, with ye.
Into who come home?
American.
That's a one try Ghana has American or does.
Not yeah, unse Obi wa or throw ye ne Trabia, but assassins you and Nasun Tiaso. American.
Not only.
Yes, no. Oh, intino. Oh, Obi wa America and Trabia, and so Ghana and Nasun Tiaso. Oh, yes. But and then American say. Oh, send his statements now or cry any nano. He robbed Ghanaians into it.
Very.
One thing I manage your company, I don't know. In a sense that he thought it wise to say, Ghana phone to Abamano. They have given him the mandate. They have given him that massive win.
To govern.
Yeah. And you know, he is not going to govern the country without anybody's support or anybody's concern and ideas.
Do I need to be holding account?
Exactly.
the ministers and so near maybe have more been for the home.
I know that.
We are going to so be you ready.
More than you move. Run, no go bye you. What? Into Korea, I know what would you
one of Kofa Kwabra na ushe I mean baby edu no investors no o ma ha se yi o muti o ma ha se yi o muti dia na ma o nya gidie e wo Ghana mu.
Okay, medical can be say o ma beni otiso wa betina so pe enya the first time.
Yeah.
And obenyansani bia na say every business minded person bia no ote ho no hwe obi amamo se ne okwa. He or she can decide to say, this person, I can work with him or her. What am I saying? This person, I can work with him or her.
Do something.
Yes. In a sense that, I mean, Adebi or who say enkoyi. Oh, now could you enkoyi? Why do you have to put yourself into it? No. It's impossible.
No need.
You don't.
Yeah.
What am I saying? And you know, Obie who say, "Oh my penny, okay, mo okoya was some beno." Omo compare the previous governance,
yeah,
to this time around.
To this one,
and who say, "This is the person I can work with." Fanny say, "Sir, I have no general manager. Our power FM management. Then omo who." Into your move out as general manager. They sort of said no. Nipa asumesi, when we use him or we appoint him as a general manager, he first of all deserves it and therefore can do the job. What am I saying? Tinebasa invest the bill attention who say Papa yes or Papa you know my penny. I want to invest my money into
his economy.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
The confidence in investment
is very solid. It's there.
And then who are crudging?
Efatano. Look at the way he walks. Look at the way he talks. Look at the way he appeals a lot of people. The demeanor, the approach.
Very humble.
I mean, so it's just undescribable. Do that no beka?
Not
really knew what beka for him.
Not foolish.
No, never.
Asa.
What does it? And you know he deserves it.
Ten obejinem.
And
Friday.
When you say a bubu questions na ya obisabere. I was
and then me guess yeah.
Other
members used to wear near Alesta. This is a mama fire service for the bank.
Oh, my Please do any Alesta. Okay. Engineer say, baby, I make one. I say me cover. Na misambeshia.
What I say?
Because and you know really. As I know, yeah, we are sekoto.
What I say?
You been see for my we are sekoto. You been sekoto. Oh, go to would you are
for me.
Oh, when you're done, I'm in for so
for me.
Oh,
get it out with
you, Jimmy. You know, oh yeah. What is it? Nothing. I know they are no quantity.
As you see, a day a year,
a muna into Papa. Hey, I want my car 10%. Question. Oh, easy. I mean, radio goes. No, yes.
Me buy Ghana for one hour manager.
Yeah, me carry those days now. Now we should baby.
Baby.
Dimi Froa also share more 37. Now open na win him.
I say 37.
Dimi share 37. Yes, him.
Maybe I am near by you no achigu that one.
Achigu yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So resin. You could now na ajibi. Ya ne ma so Kofijima.
Yeah. Na Mohammed Roy.
Mohammed yeah.
Mohammed. Oh. Okay, kebab. Is it? Yeah, for one.
One. So pick kebab.
Oh, no, sir.
No.
Protein there fine.
One more day no that's so sir. Me.
Hey,
Doctor, this is so enjoy show.
Oh, sir. Oh, me
Joe Sanford so here Shaman.
Okay, me that no, Dr. Hannah Bisu, she's so wonderful. She's a wonderful woman, and I think so. You see, I'm so happy the way a manner of my peninsula selections with you can say appointments, you know. Or put in most of the young and energetic people. No, what am I saying? Yes. They have brilliant ideas. Bibiano, so fresh.
So good.
Even they are putting in much and fresh ideas. Man. So what am I saying?
But say mama yes advert bi. Moko koto so mu di nkugo.
Oh, na me never be saying ya me na me person me di akire. What is it? I lost a lot of money.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, sir, I didn't know. But you see, Pennyfu baby say,
I didn't advert on Benuman, so on Benum.
Now, the I did with buy. I personally drove to every day. And I'm go home. But then, the director of Herban, me refinity, or compensations is here.
Okay.
Kojo, ne woman say, Mosema yenye advert before 8 p.m. Na yesa ye encouraging kwara emonso ennumunsa meboa because ye public figures into they're going to learn from us.
The net is saying
Meba ye teenage pregnancy meboa condom advert ben yenye ogana
is it still
kwara enyim. What are you talking about that one? Are you getting my point? No to China. Premier League, you're born it ambe.
A bonnet.
Company Ben sponsor.
Man bet.
There and some bank as a company Ben sponsor.
Guinness for any Henneken.
Yes. Guinness, any Henneken, and I know Sobolo. No, mommy, Zobolo. Premier League, we are getting Sunday.
You're making a good point.
Near Bo.
Na Guinness in a
Guinness, and not the answer.
But more, yeah, advert.
Yeah, Ghana for now, yeah, patronizing the local one, our own one.
Mostly
to sabotage it because of Bino Pioneer interest in it. Are we doing ourselves good?
Oh.
If you are. Ghana
TV3, right?
The longest local teleseries movie in the country, consistently for 18 solid years.
Yeah, what you
scripted that. I'm saying this on the Power FM. Yeah, you scripted that. The director will come and tell us the storyline. They are from your own dialogues. If we actually yenya companies to even sponsor our own product too. And so telenovelas she sponsors the Google so. Tell me you see.
You say GM be fast adding.
Ono
patronize our own.
It's better.
Yeah.
What you say? She flight a free Ghana hako abuchi.
Ghana Airways.
E mu ahena wafu flight Ghana aduane womda. Kelewele, komo kelewele kura. Ya bi o flight so da.
E mu ya tujimi ya.
Wache kura o de ya nya kura nka wache.
Because if Ghana na.
Enye fe. Yes. O free China, ba out of China. Omunuane.
Ampa.
What you must say? Yes. Intiga flight ni be du Ghana. Yemfa omo enuane na magana vozu omu.
China for the and yes and my hair.
What are we telling ourselves?
Not toolish.
No. So these are some of the things that you can't some penny for no tenants no say no. You are no Zadians, you can't answer some.
They're not dear Queen.
na den ana mbe jako aje kakra bi obepa ma me akotopo apo agege mini hwe
o say be je
mini bibia me de dawasio mini bibia me de dawasio ena me nyudui
den nyina me yo ayo
shobi mo me ko bu apio
dawasio
ya ko bo
den nyina me yo ayo
me dawasio erade
den nyina me yo ayo aseda be na me fa me onyame
ejamini bibia
ofori
amini dawasio kami yutu
ti bibi oka no mana
o ande no ne akanisa
wo de on pass
do mini be for the road na mon pass se unyan gela o pass be
meni wa wi
unyan gela o de o pass be bi
me se meni wa wi
na kan mi yo be me
na de we so
do
so wa ba wa ba
mi am ngo
ye wi akwai
me ba me kwase am ngo
o de me kan no kan ho de na re ne fata de a
be ye de am
ya so je kan
amen na kan
so mo fra no mama
me ka show me na
o ye too much
thank you
o yon ko fa efe
me das se bible aka o se yam fam free soro
ama
amfa ma wo a ebe din se o sabeka
ye kaza mo fu oti
oh yes eze san she saponu munsu
o bata ba on
oh akwa nya da wo de ade se le ya se me ba na me nya kaka agumi ni me se ka me yo se
mega tosh
me
what you say
na me metumi bo na nya me oni no so obonza me kai ya ana me so me bo no me bo na me bo no so ye fe
on the level
men control wopa me ga se mesi for ma me kon
on top from that
majestically
on to gata bi em
enthusiastically what I say
bro ma bro efe
me foka no so a ne hia so ma so condition na me bi me ni se
wo so fa che woda
na osto me go me really glass and Robert views via me views the go kanim a condition ni bo rotate wo kan mana me amesa ho me e de revival ni amano no na me de go ujira me stop go me ye me say ya
na toilet
no
na me aso je
amen
we are go for na motene kan live on TVS was and also on power 97.9 FM and there e fiada na ne fiada yi na chese ha be de ensemo ye de bre wo no ano e hye isa Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne kopie mu Accra International Conference Center oni asofo akukudan kopie mu nyina e ye bosha wo de ma Ghana for se oni de ni nyame no nya de a wo de ni nyame no bedi agro bekoso asum ni nyame sai se bibia no nyame ni mu a enye yie Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene okopie mu Accra International Conference Center no ye hwe ne course o eho
the extent of calling me a supreme leader because of the numbers God gave me in Parliament, but I'm deeply mindful that there's only one supreme leader, and that is the Almighty God. And to him alone belongs all the glory, honor, and dominion forever. This victory is for God. This victory is for all Ghanaians. It is for every Ghanaian who believed in our shared vision to reset our dear nation Ghana and build a nation that we all desire. It is a testament that when the righteous stand in faith and prayer, when a nation turns to God in hope, He answers them. The Bible reminds us in Proverbs 21:31 that the horse is made ready for the day of battle, but the victory belongs to the Lord. Indeed, we fought a good fight, but it is God who has given us the victory. But beyond celebration, this victory carries a very solemn responsibility. The responsibility to lead with integrity, to govern with wisdom, and to serve with humility. I do not take this responsibility lightly. I recognize that leadership is a divine calling, and I'm fully committed to fulfilling the mandate that has been entrusted to me by the people of Ghana. I, as a Christian, uphold the principle and the values that only two genders exist, man and woman. And that a marriage is between a man and a woman. I've spoken with the Speaker so that a renewal of the expired Proper Family Values Bill should be a bill that is introduced by government rather than as a private member's motion. And it's my hope that that consultation would see a renewed Proper Family Values Bill. My brothers and sisters, I believe that our leadership must reflect the aspirations of the people that we govern, and on this I stand firm.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, our Accra International Conference Center, was signed in Semituja, EFA LGBTQ+. No, say a binding kasa at the a year bill for Baba Betu, only the binding kasa and a better actually. Said a beer, said between Mutumu and Nekika Hono, lesbianism, a two bit me equa. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on LGBTQ+.
Christian, uphold the principle and the values that only two genders exist, man and woman. And that a marriage is between a man and a woman. I've spoken with the Speaker so that a renewal of the expired Proper Values Bill should be a bill that is introduced by government rather than as a private member's motion. And it's my hope that that consultation would see a renewed Proper Family Values Bill. As we embark on this journey of national renewal, I'm reminded of the words in Ecclesiastes again, 9:11. And it says, the race is not for the swift, nor the battle for the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to men of understanding, nor favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. The scripture reminds us that despite human effort, it is God who eventually ordains the victory. And that is why I ask for your continued prayers and your moral support. As Christian leaders, you are the spiritual backbone of our country. Your guidance, your counsel, and intercession will be instrumental in ensuring that we stay on the right path. The church has always played a crucial role in shaping our society, and I urge you to continue being the voice of righteousness, unity, and progress. Men and women of God, brothers and sisters, in conclusion, once again, I wish to thank you for your unwavering faith, support, and belief in our shared vision for Ghana. I do not take your prayers for granted. And I'm committed to working hard, hand in hand, together with the church to foster national unity, development, and moral uprightness.
From the crown of your head to the sole of your feet, any ailment, we command it to be gone. For the sake of your service to this land, may the Lord give you good health in Jesus' name. And let it be that because of you and your leadership, we have a cause to bless our.
So the course of Accra International Conference Center and in life Emma Honia a course so Dr. Kwaku Aten and G Group of Companies Director and Chakese and Command when Dr. Didi Nyameche. Hey, Didi Nyameche, it's been a long time. Very good man. Nyamisha no nyokese when you senior brother Dr. Kwaku Aten Busuani Nyame and come home na Director me just say bibia de na kwam. Doc Didi Nyameche mamento nka bibia yi nkomo na bibia so entimi enkonkan. Well, and Honorable Azika Dongo ono board member at the Bank of Ghana. Na wode nsembi atudwa say wo hwe ekwan abandada no fa so ogugu banks awodo no omo betena se nkonya no ma ye hwehwe mu nemum de omo hu se amfa kwampa so omugu no omo besan e de sa bank no ama ni wura mo omo besan reinstate omo ye di nsema honorable Isaac Adongo ode atudwa.
My question is then that promise
to restore it's a due process activity. He essentially didn't say that all the banks that you collapse, I'm going to give them back. Okay, it's a due process. He says those that were unjustifiably collapsed. That is a due process.
Like GM Bank, for example.
To establish that. Heritage
GM Bank. Heritage Bank.
GM Bank, Heritage Bank.
Unibank.
Royal Bank. You know. How do you call them? UT Bank. You know.
So there's going to be a relook into the processes.
To be a process to arrive at whether the banks were justifiably taken or not. I hope you understand. So that is a process that will leave to the Bank of Ghana. In fact, the Bank of Ghana itself will have to do some due diligence on those banks and the health of those banks at the time that they were taken.
My question is.
That was Honorable Isaac Adongo. On also need the hour day at live on TV as well as and also on Power 97.9 FM. And right there, it's me before I walk go so for Mantemo almost so it me have original capital it me the Nana go so man hina when you baby crow and Nana kwesi a bosumpra omudi na watch da na chese ne ho no ni pam ne kopie mo e wo go so a omo etimi koboa ye ma na wotweda no bibia nso etimi ekoso ye ma ne senya kopon fa ne kra ensi na nanu atena konya mo wo go so ene ne patem so no ye ma mo nyina so yakọ. We share Inside Politics now saying Power 97.9 FM, so live on TVS WZ, Facebook Live Power 979 TVS WZ Ghana, Samsung on YouTube SYZ Broadcasting. Na and some of the everyone there Bibia Edidan Nakwemo Kama. And then Friday, the 28th of February 2025. And then a die trato a year month of a year February mo. And then ye be near a woho. Na ye de nyina so e de atoa moso se na obenya a year 20,000 a year Ghana cedis on the 6th March 2025 and ye atankolega biga Mugabe Maase Ralph se ope obeba abeye enti ajamaje atom Ghana year 68 a year Ghana Independence Day no da no pepepe beba ha life and one se obedale *274*10# batum na to de beto na just say eno de wood them jackpot no dan match 20,000 Ghana in 200 million and tine shasi twa ne na me share on the 6th March me say twa ne na me share on the 6th March na me first scan ye den amount 20,000 Ghana cedis dial 27 obe dial *274*10# ti ne bottom mame need 20,000 Ghana cedis we a jackpot on the 6th March 2025 we a jackpot to a emotion jackpot to a heavy jackpot to a super unyane baby what you say the didi nyameche on the day was unya 20,000 Ghana cedis what you say didi Dr. Didi nyameche was unya 20,000 Ghana cedis we try to *274*10# 20,000 Ghana cedis on the 6th of March 1957 enya independence na chese 6 March ye binya 68 ewo omaimu ti mu amudi mu birthday ye wo mu Independence Day ni nyina na atwe kwara de osu night market ono edana Ghana nya independence asande petutu ne ye wo no to ne de ya me be hira na hira woni minu aba eye mili oboshi bibia aboko de wie me jesa so ho ye very well ma me nko na me ne eye Dr. Agbozu enkwatwetwe enkomo semeti e wo me ba ibesi nkonya list one na kwesipo ko betena say so na Alistair Nelson senior political analyst ono so beji na konya na da just issues nyina na Friday bianzu no me say ye boja you dru fi ada say ya ene ye nkonko what I say ye nkonko Dr. Agbozu mwakwaba
Muga
bia boko de
nyame ado me ho ye papa
fantastic awie dia na wo mai
oh ma me kan chia ahwefo ene atifo agbozo herbal clinic there te say the dibia munim no a ye ba na ye ne ma be di enyare ha eho enkomo no ye ma good evening oye oba oye bema na wo hwe xyz ta me say what we di papa men kan say nwumri what we di every say agbozo herbal clinic there say wo di ye ne a na odi ayaresa men kan say odi asem na mo odi ye ne a na odi ayaresa papa ya ye ho aboa asoroboa sa odi ye fa yonko pa se umangu ana se wanka beka soro de lai ye betia ma enti agbozo herbal clinic de ye ba yes no man has an expiring date adenti ne ye kasa me ma ba nsim no agbozo herbal clinic ya yaresa bia ya ba be pimo Ghana ache enye ne yare aye sapa no eye mema yare mema mo aye mre e wo mpem menyu TV ni anase menyu radio ni mfiri ho efri se saa niama we no yeka anase yema saa teachings we about yare bi a obi wo hono asabi na wafa ne se eyensem hunu bi keke na mum echire ne to no a na afi wo pay number afi baka me hwe doctor bi afi number ne krameka me pa chaw agbozo herbal clinic se ba na wo hia ni se ya se wo nyare mpo na wo bema na wo ni any sexual problem a udidi no no yare beba fa your numbers no na fatu wono yare agbozo herbal clinic sane ye ba ko pa no na se doctor agbozo me sampa no erectile dysfunction na se mema wo moye mre e wo mpem wo mo na me san wo yade pa wo ye be ma na se wo hwe me na sabim producer we from the age of me fan say 20 years and above na umema sem enkoyia wo any all kinds of sexual issues sexual problems biara the only place and as a clinic I betumi abo ya agbozo herbal clinic misrew ye no yetumi esan yade no na ya mawasa ye mema emu eno na ye na ma memfa ase every yare bi te say hemorrhoid ye de any hemorrhoid ye ka hemorrhoid obi a wanya pause ana se koku na edimfie bebre e woni so koku na ye kan enye se sabio e koku ne keke na mmum no koku bi wo hono mo ase e ba wo so a de e kom hyemoto obi won ma ne de e ko hye no to a e che e won ho bebre obi se ogya ne na ya na ne kokobo eyi aba obi se ogya okuku a ade ko bi efri wa sabi otu kwan no ho ba bia odi gya wonan no na aba bonten ogya wonan wi a gise osai pia ekokohim yade ba ko agbozo we ba kan ne gefwe pa sa problem no hemorrhoid wa kokobo epi ye hwe papa wo ya so enti se wo ye oba na wo hwe mimpu na ogya wonan na wo so kokobo epi a wo be frɛ agbozo herbal clinic na odo problems atu yenim your numbers are be free and so no numbers in patch e atworo to ho no na ti kasa na meka na mi wi a na wa frɛ me na woni yedin kuma ya yesrɛ mo muntie message ni mi utie message na de opese obise bia no yewi a na wa bisa yin eno eboa yin papa numbers no eye miensa mo a mo hwe TV no de utimi se egu screen so na wa utimi radio mo no wo won kran hanom na agbozo herbal clinic opay en chira kwan ya number di ka be frɛ so 0241 churo number na fatuo 0241 ene akra 75 0282 0241 75 0282 o tema ene ni potemu a number wo be frɛ agbozo herbal clinic assist no ya tema community 25 Savannah Junction 0557 402696 0557 402696 ma cho me se numbers no churo to you and afraid ena o Kumasi na wo tuhwe me the whole Ashanti region so wo Boase Kumasi Bronu bia so awo no ya be bie ba ko so e wo Dichem so May 5 Old Insurance Junction TME me se Dichem so May 5 Old Insurance Junction Kumasi is 0553 41 7752 Kumasi is 0553 41 7752 eno enaye Kumasi ye number e wo hono no enti se hemorrhoid no okokobo no epie diba na ukopia ekoshem. What are the possible causes it me this ade ne ba? Mo a onum nsa bebre anase bia pa de frem edi. Ni nyina no ade a e de dodo no ni nyina to me koso kokobo no e ma ne epi ba. Na nso aso ben e na e woso. Obi a wo kokobo epie ba biara no. Wo ye be ma de ye woni se ma wo ye 1 minute man e wo mpem. Na che se e cause erectile dysfunction e wo e ma o memayo e wo mpem no e ba from papa. E na etibi e cause severe waist pains. Enti wo a wo hemorrhoid ana wo kokobo jawo na na wo kokobo na pia e de aba bontin na je se wo de ade pia e ko hwem ne pa cha wo ba ye be mu waduru benom a chae na wotwe tu na wotwe miinu no saa ya de no hu biom me pa cha wo ba ya hwe na se wo kokobo problem a me pa cha wo ba a chae na wotwe tu na wotwe miinu no se eye bleeding no e di moja na e ba bibru se ni nyina ebeja efro enti se wo kokobo problem a se oya akora so oya oba wo ye bema agbozo heba clinic se ye kira kwan no ye ni bebia wa enkra ha ye ben kwashiman Chiefs Palace no eho ane ewo o Medina ufa kai ko kaso so besi kwashiman traffic light o kaso ufa kai ko la pass so besi kwashiman traffic light wo si traffic light o ye somebody ke sie pam esi kwashiman traffic light o pe enti enye gira kwan ye ben kwashiman Chiefs Palace eho no ane ewo etu wo hemorrhoid koko anasa uja onan na okokobo ba me pa chobra anyesa ebe se wo ma sem nyinara ema we papa be ompena jao ena erectile dysfunction no se mo amanyine du erectile dysfunction se obi an be ma no ntumi sorry mo na me erectile dysfunction problems na make no eno no your mom from the age of 40 years and above sankrofo no obo se 7 previous obi wo hono mo a or hypertensive ana say high blood sugar ha no enti e ba sa na ne be ma no sorry a emu otutimu sa sorry na emu ya memremre obi won ma oguso ne yire sabi kompemu na ade na dum eko offer no ano no obi nso wo hono mo because of enam say owo problem e fan hormonal imbalance and say poor production of testosterone e won system no say atinka oni ba ko mpo it is ani kruso ni mo ntehwe sanso na wo hu ne yire mpo a eno nso a wo hu hwe me pa cho bra agbozo he ba clinic why say wo hwe me a me na me sexual weakness expert the whole Ghana sexual weakness expert me pa cho be bia wo no to anamona bra ya hwe honum enka nkyere me say ye ma origin to ma o watakra de o hifa bra kwashima na kra o Kumase ne Ashanti region mo am ben se hwedwina se se wi osofo nyina mo betumi aba Kumase ye wo tichem so me 5 old insurance junction bro hafo o nyina mo betumi ne akire Kumase na mo ba beji mo yare saka kama ena mo am hwe me mo am ben tema do wenya ashama odumase krobo somanya ene de keka hu nyina no musubudi mani be kire community 25 Savannah Junction honum so ne wo betumi abeji wa yaresa ena obetumi aba Accra kwashiman e ben kwashiman ahemfie no mo amohwe me from the whole of Accra no ye wo kwashiman Chiefs Palace kwashiman Manchester eho ene ye ben Manchester ne pe sana menka no kwashiman Chiefs Palace honum ne ye wo enti numbers no ene go screen so de di kan no eye Accra hanum ede eye 0241 75 0282 and the tosumi no Kumase 0553 417752 Kumase 0553 monfre Kumase number no anatema enkrade no so betumi afre anasa me kase via o de frame ye be kasa Kumase de 0553 417752 and tema 0557 40 2696 0557 40 2696 o Accra hanmo na ofre kwashima de ne mfa adenkwa obetumi afre tema de no because the same Accra 0557 40 2696 ye adwuma and a premature ejaculation wow the boss wagidim na aba besen no eno so ba ye be mu wadru ma na ko severe waist pain usisi eye wo ya wotrase a enye yi ni nyina ye yare a wo ba agbozo he ba clinic ye be sa ema ho ato kama ye no ye believe in treatment and nothing ye say bra clinic on o ba so a ye test ansa na ya ma wadru ye hwe ba bia yare ni free de na de yare ni ba ye nsunsun so ben na de abra oni pedua no ne ya hwe ne ya ma wadru no anom ukonom a ho beto na eko kama inti koko ase maka premature ejaculation erectile dysfunction maka prostate enlargement no mo adwonso eye mo problem no obi won ma adwonso kan no anka ne ho sebi na was so called Johnson. Now my main car we inch say infections are who do say UTI, urinary tract infections, no, and also cause Johnson 10 tempai, and also one can who Johnson to me eba bra and obi so honoma e do na jo betun so bebre ansa na de achi do na fi say sugar enye ni nyina na sugar and enye ni nyina so na prostate enu ntin yes bra ya so e hono na se de machine fa ni pedua no na machine kire se e ya de we na ma wo Johnson ye ma wadu na kono ma enu ano no ebe kwa kama ma ho ayeden ho ato enti e bra wo hwe mi na wato bo as mi wie messages na wa fa number no wa fra Agbozo Herbal Clinic na woni Dr. Agbozo edin koma enti se wo Kumase a wo frame was 0553 417752 Kumase 0553 417752 mo tema eni nimpotemo tema 0557 402696 tema 0557 402696 ena enkran ha Dr. Agbozo o peme yankasa enkran kwashiman ye ben kwashiman ahemfie no ankasa o beba beto mo honum 0241 750282 enti mesrew se yade ya kin na se ebi how ben fan show ho nka se me de meye no anya anye de yanka mapa se basa ha adwen yi papa nti Agbozo Herbal Clinic Dr. Agbozo se me betena se na me ma wa ayurehire mu any da so say yade bi say all kinds of problems na ya boso no erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, hemorrhoid, severe waist pains. Sa problems when you counter bia only problem ayare sabia no ya Agbozo Herbal Clinic. Yes, no man hacks and expiring it. Sexual weakness expert na baba betena se no. Ye adwuma from Monday ekokopem Saturday. Ye share adwuma 7 o'clock am anopa na ya pon 5 p.m. Debiara da Agbozo Herbal Clinic Dr. Agbozo me twam so beba na masama yade. Numbers in the good screen so no. 0241 750282 0557 402696 and 0553 417752. Your sexual weakness expert, sexual weakness doctor na baba betena se no. Same time next week. Ebese share.
Ebada en wamba luso wana na kusipuku ashache namba Alessa Nelson so atnase ye basisi ya
Ghana is free forever. Massacre! Power Independence Jackpot. Power Mega Jackpot Independence Day. Special day or sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Yene Kukudama, what from on the big set. Watching Independence, the Ghana our motherland. Ghana ye free forever. Massacre! One day ya ide bedala star 274 star 10 hash. Say ni bio star 274 star 10 hash. Na enter draw ni say Sierra. Ticket kubia ye 10 Ghana cedis. Page the more S taken. Na wo chances of winning na so. Sira no roko. About to really 1,000 Ghana cedis. 2,000 Ghana cedis. 5,000 Ghana cedis. Na gagega na nkasa ye 20,000 Ghana cedis. Afi Independence Day ni be ye do. I'm paying a poverty. You're in a big no Jimmy Boom. So smart on your holiday. Say Power 97.9 FM TVXYZ. Now we in a big. I mean, I want Chamarisha Cessia. Dallas star 274 star 10 hash. No Bogumadama. Massacre Power Mega Jackpot Independence Day. Charlie Obedo.
Missy Menanano. A group
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye dear grow, na yes, sir. A room maybe crana. Me bano timide or maybe gumi so weekend.
Hey, mumle,
mimre. Hey, I don't think I'm a catcher or say, ya no medi garlic capsules. Posun, a basis so come. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well.
Medi garlic
capsules. Yes, Medi garlic capsules.
Oh,
Medi Moses garlic capsules. Wa mamoja dini paduane mu efru sani ye na esiesie oba ne barima mahona wodin. Ubenya edroyi bi ato omanyi mu pharmacy store frɛ yɛn wɔ 050 349 4885 Eduro yi enye mma mmofra enye ndi mfie dumienu. Apemfo ene emma emanofo. Medimosis wunni how FDA ajidwe di nkratu yi ato.
Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary. So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting. They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have yourself.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 Ga West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596-273-546 or 0596-273-547. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back from the commercial break live on TVSYZ and also on Power 97.9 FM. Inside Politics, Jumedie, and Wasugusu Awutie, Different Studio 37, Abebese Street, the heart of Accra, Usu, editor in all the 16 regions across the country. And Masu Sabija Fuesim Kunya, near Tanase Niger. You dream my Ghana home, you heard a boy, may. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, any president here, or Wofi Nyansa, ya with the enemy, or Betima to Tunime ye, said the way of mine bit me a fan into Mapa Efra. Honorable Kofi Amabua, Member of Parliament for a year Elembele, one I was a Minister, Lands and Natural Resources, Chakaseka, a more deeper and command. Sanso Honorable Kwame Abuja governs, also Oye Minister Roads and Highways in Chakasi and Koma, Honorable Ken Ajay, also Western Housing Minister, Santa Maria this year, Chakasi and Ko Emma, when you know Honorable Dr. Samuel Sapon, maybe I will be a large scenario and Honorable Surugu, Timothy Atabuadi, when you know a Chachamo, Honorable Daniel Akwasi Ashama, former MP for Buem, also in Chakasi and Ko Emfa Emma. Well, Alaji Sani Senior and Social Kumasi Oni Junior, and Yamfa Ashanti Regional former chairman, Siwabe Council of State member, Chama Obimpe, and Ashanti Regional Chairman, and Akwesi Munina Muhishu and Away will be any two and if you inquire him. Unless Satire Nelson as Senior Political Analyst. My brother, Mwakwaba. Bibi Abako, dear.
Divine selection fine.
Go for Abako.
I know now we saw better. What do you about yes?
I said, go for it, dear. Men and no one in
we will once a woman best. We will over about once a one. Who friend is a scar and now watching or seeing US or Bagan and so on country. Maybe Chin or Hank, I won't send you Bessia Abuna for no wedding. Or better as a matter. Why fine?
Mobile.
What does it mean that you were saying, dear Kurano? Was saying that Joy Daddy don't look at you and say top up Friday. Ah, boy, we haven't enjoyed the Joy Daddy no microphone.
I remember listen. Hey, would you be?
Say the empire is not
fantastic. It's a good name is better than riches. And I always say you're mostly embribing.
Oh, there.
You're my embribing. Maybe I'm going to have a day.
Yahoo tobacco. So we like catch and say, Yakupon, and you bribe and clean your salvation. Until the issue.
Salvation is winning.
Yes, you wouldn't or the J bribe.
Salvation.
I said, we go high and go say bribe.
Oh, my didn't say we
didn't. But me just on where
your body and Adam.
I'm very good super.
Oh, Quabaya here.
There be a fact and come for the mammy. I'll show you.
So it's what he
I'll show you.
I'll show you. If I said, I'm a man.
Faster than a man. Why are dear? And you'll be an tea. A bit soon tea. Now, I said, look at you, Mono. A bit tea cry. Okay, Kapa. Napo Company Crancy. I wish I found where there. Oh, who are near her for be Biaboko. Why a fe? They who are sick. Ugusu Shanema. And Yanko Ponda Roma, so. Oh, say, a free sir or my penny, John Dramani Mahama Bedia Kone. Benya Caprebia to me, Wotum. And so me what Tommy. Me what Tommy San say. Say near Bible yes nipa boni di omani mu omani si apini na nipa papa so di omani mu a omani nya ahotone ahotoso we said the maybe na sojafo bi ayeni omudi agro na omotai ka say enye se omomre o omani edin ombetimi aye de ye pese omonye no na so omonye because omo ogidie ewo anidaso ne ahotoso ewo ura mahamamu enti saa asem na omode betu dwamu no ma ehu se omaka no kure oba ye enura chese it was as if say it was the first time I hear State of the Nation address chese me the brilliance in the baby free and he is on top of every single facet of the country bibia he's on top of it. And sometimes ayana ase nyakopon asisi abem because ase wabobinum ye bia wamobinum ye onzo hwe owura mahama se ne nyakopon bo no na wo hwe ekwan a ofa so a ohyehyɛ no nwene no a ase ne su bi ni wiase enti no edu baby a na ase nka ye pese nyame moye foforo no moye se mahama oti ase enti ahofene ye yo mahama wa be mampeni ntia
that's Alisa documents be ne gu enim bebre wa twetwera
Mugabe me das ni akwenya.
So why you feel?
Me das a divine selection. Yankopon found na de action with dia. Right. Yes. A lot of things come to mind. Sure. Mugabe, Ninsem Teu, Mame Kwana Menka. Kibi Technical Institute. Say head of community development Etiemia. And I close at 14 and I'm minister for local government.
They write Kibi but say Chebi.
Chebi, okay. Omu Etiemia, minister for local government, minister of education, Omu Etiemia.
To be gas of him.
So Omo Ankohwa, Ntokwa Ebesiwo, Sa Kibi Technical Institute, no. Ebesin Sogakopedi, no. I have sent my report to the National Security yesterday and this morning. I've still not got response. Principal, I say, I informed me that buy. Omo soon time will be the principal. He does not have the requisite qualifications. He can slide mine. Near him from the Go and see how he's running the school down. But the Manube see then Kasabebre. I know the national security will have to go there by tomorrow morning and go and see the state of the school. And so we use stores, a Diane free stores by maggots. I say Diane na one from Manqualano. Over 1,300 technical school at the community development level. Mugabe, do you know what we can do with the potential of the school? And there are people able and willing to manage the school better than it's doing. Or no MPP polling agent during the election. The principal this is here. I don't want to glorify his name. No, a polling agent, my MPP. It was MPP near Infinite. So he's running the school like it's private property.
Allegedly.
No, I have information. I was trying to send it to you this morning. I have a lot of information. I've been to Chebi, or you don't know. I've been to Chebi Mugabe to see the school. So please, me pesa be kasa bebre. Nyoma
be be akoda national security.
Be dia ma
mo. Osman so dey obey adwuma.
So who chevi dia mesre so say the national security should look at sa tax force na omo ati na omo dey hatimba merchants e wo kwan mu ho. Because say we get tax ayeji ma oman yenye say yeri ko chebi. And I think say the earlier they close that post not down the better. Because so we be akotwa ni dua so different here was makwa tax force in the name of tax force. That thing must be put to
the national security 40.
They should go to and make sure that
the observations be because of affirmative action about 30% for women and whatever it is. Me a very critical observation and I want to speak about it.
Before we go to the top.
Yes, the security agencies. Yesterday, the top brass hierarchy na ye member. Ushe munswa do na tra 60, be a 63, be a 62. Omo tra retirement age, omo nyina our contract. Mr. Mampeni, you should use this opportunity to appoint women who are in line, competent, ready, capable of managing those services. One of them is the Ghana Prisons Service. The Controller General, our own friend Isaac Ejiri, is on contract. 3 years, Abedo this year. JM can replace Isaac Ejiri with Madame Patience Bafo-Boni. She's a senior most woman there. Yes. Yes. She's there. She's there at prison. She's a lawyer. She has acquired the experience of the service, or a Maminso or Abadaye. When she be given the chance, she'll be able to help with the reformation of the Ghana prisons. It's a do so.
Potential.
Yes, if you want to bring the women in front, I've given you one lead at the prison service. Then come to the Ghana National Fire and Rescue Service too. You have the woman there, Madame Maase Sapon. Yes, look, go and check her records. You Google and find her name and check the records. Yes, she was the first regional commander, a woman to be made regional commander, and she went to the Volta region. And her handiworks are there. By the time she got there were only 10 fire stations. By the time she was leaving, 20 fire stations. This is a woman
in the Volta region.
Yes, in the Volta region, who is now head of safety, director of safety, and has been able to raise the IGF in such a way that Ministry of Finance is here. Omoma Fire Service for retention. They give them retention because they are able to double their revenue.
He's the second in command.
Yes, second in command. It is radio. Call 63. Yes,
immigration.
It should take.
No, time. I was some few months to go. Oh yes, but say contract September 15th no beko. By now make us starting in leave say April. They shouldn't bypass the women at prisons and at the National Ghana Fire Service because it is clear.
Immigration is about.
There be say immigration so. A man they are competent and yes, some way market. I say 30%. No, they are yes.
I like the way.
Yes, 99 from 1992, over 30 years experience working either at the prisons
under the Fourth Republic.
Under the Fourth Republic, almost some. And I buy we buy yes suppressing but because we're disciplined and committed to Ghana, abandon the suppressing to make a case of me NDC for you say, ne, mami crawl prisons no, Oko Sudan. Or buy na a second in command. Near the Obama Beshan because you say on free party never power no. Why all these things? Mr. JM, this is the time to do the 30%. Now next time near Beba TV so now mass service commanders, fire service there to her, prisons there to her. Now immigration so say no but there's somebody who we can mention here who should replace him.
Malik Basantale.
Yes. Samuel Basintale. I've made investigations about him. I think he's a regional commander for one of the regions now, Bono region also. And also he has the experience of the service. And now listen, this is what worries me. The policy, the border security policy of the NDC is different from that of the border security policy of the MPP. MPP, they don't take the Sahelian countries into consideration. Once a day, mama will be or dealing with them. So if you don't change your immigration head, you need to change your immigration head to reflect your policy of being in line with the Sahelian countries. So it must reflect your policy, and immigration must lead that charge. So for Upper East, and it will be the first time you get somebody coming from the Upper East region who will come and head the immigration service. Whether we do to just
Greg is out.
Yes,
Igori Afoko is out.
I think no one signed
he signed.
Fantastic. Oh, okay.
That's the breaking news.
Fantastic. No, I mean, who am I? Say no. Me buy. Me become wasem. Na yenhwe, me to be satisfied man on the cabinet. No be akwanu nkonya cabinet ni ba no dey say ya ko cabinet ni patu pe. Look, with time we know what to do with our cabinet. You should keep quiet.
No cabinet no more do say.
Oh, damn. We don't be castle.
Na your mama na ebu ni mai. NDC ni awe na mo de na papa nka Ghana for apamo. I don't understand.
Mugabe, you see immigration ko.
Very annoying.
Okonra. Hey, any Mugabe Maase. Top floor ho see shake you na. Akasa ibedi ako. E say je mi no HR no. Ono, je why ye wo ho no mo ja no ho a. It's like living the more call and it's just like living a strategy.
They make your point, don't
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I won't mention this, but his character is super or dirty. So many years now, John or 8 years, almost suppressing for 4 years. You be two. You be transfer if you make a mistake. To transfer you into the floor. Sending me a meeting once a month. Mugabe, Mugabe will have the opportunity, like I said, to make the women also becoming as service commanders is reflecting.
We are in power, but yes, I panacea.
Mugabe,
can you transfer someone or Kusku or Gimpa? Eh?
Mugabe, who person the boss service?
Listen, no.
I mean boss service.
Young co near transfer any free her, and in different region. Now, maybe a punishment, and I say,
yeah, you see, there is something that we call vindictiveness. Nipano, I didn't know you're illegal. You and I know, say, police no are governed by law. Now, one person cannot unilaterally take a decision when there is a PUMAP. One person cannot take a transfer decision or a promotional decision. So you see, that is why I don't want to be very emphatic on how things should be conducted. Yeah. However, I know, say, rule of law is what governs all of us. If wrongs are wrong, let's call a spade a spade. I believe, sir, I have been spoken to, and I believe, sir, time is just the mightiest judge.
Yeah.
With time
will tell a story.
Tell a story. Let us all keep hoping, sir.
After a while.
Once we have John Mahama, time will tell.
Because
there are so many wrongs. You see, there are so many wrongs. From day one.
Obi ni yere te ho
yes
which na was started fasting then you issue a statement say
you transfer with immediate effect.
Yes.
Then what did you hear? There
was an incident. There was an incident. Just because no Alex Mensah Jumano, the vindictiveness came about the moment she was transferred. I mean, how could a human being be very mean to this? Because they are women. That's why. Let them see the Opa for Obia or any time for a DPCCA or transfer. Just that. It's not important. You are even giving some.
But Mugabe, so when I make a case, for the women, it's not that I'm going to mind in a million case. I'm on. Say, tell my Professor Nana Jim Bayer running mate. People thought because she was just a woman, and that is why we want to bring a woman. Yes, she had the qualification, she had the experience, she was solution
in this country.
She was solution oriented. She was focused on the work. You understand? When she was made vice chancellor of the University of Cape Coast, the difference she made. So I was telling people that despite the fact that you're bar and complimentary tickets, she has the competence to do the work. And like today, I'm clamoring for the Ghana National Fire Service and the Ghana Prison Service to give the women the opportunity. If you go to the fire service, you have Madame Maase Sapong. Then you go to the Ghana Prison Service, you have lawyer, Patience, Bafo Boni. They are ripe and ready, capable to stand in. Next time on television, I want to see women service commanders also on TV, so that 30% in the enkoye. But then practically, because they have served the nation, they have beat their time, they have been humble up until this day. And I pray say JM there, and yeah, before so a chopa, JM yes slow, yeah, mami mumbi. Now, Mugabe, you know, as state of the nation, wow, look at the man. Hey, that go for where man, my look as I think I'm saying, my man, because in some man can be Babeka or J. Mono, and can make Nanka, Sisana, deputy CEO of the Airwaves, baby, and can make us say, Nanka will say deputy CEO of the Airwaves this time with salary, with camera money. And can be Babeka, look at how he spoke. Mugabe, paper no kita no yes you kita teleprompter na teleprompter America I can't forget. He was straight to the point. He wrote the speech, so he came to deliver it 600% ahead of time. And the convictions in the statement, which are there, you have certain convictions you write down. He emphasized those convictions. How he was even able to reach those peaks and emphasize them. That me, I'm not a person to lament. I'm here to fix Ghana's economic problem. He was emphatic about what he said. He was confident. Mitifiena Maybom himself said, look at the man. Oh, he has been president before. Or died no sorry, no experience. Or we need elections. Considing when he was working, went into a position for 8 years. He didn't just go and sit down. He sat in this country, waited his turn, saw all the loopholes. So yesterday, coming back, it was not his first time. It was the first time of the second coming of John the Drama. Dramani Mahama. The drama never ceases to be. How they be ready after the do? Now Fugu no share any deal the same. Fugu no the bar on a deal the same. I'm in a pankasa. They be ready ahead. Charlie, what the 90th? Look at how he took his strides to the podium, and look at how he kept his temerity when the opposition was struggling to find fault with what he had come to say. Now so about the Kasa Ama, the real opportunity. Got a muna e wona anka obi betumi atra parliament ho send obi tumi scheme here obeko ECG no akọ scheme no akọ Ghana Water Company no akọ scheme no abagia no abe scheme owi anu asa we DB no adwane wafane yi no adwane oso yare hospitals wo ha betumi ahwe no hospitals papa onuma UGMC e wo ha ridge wo ha betumi ahwe no okose wi akra owu but in the name of the all baba ye no wo ho adwene. I'm coming to steal from these people. When I finish, I will run away and go and hide under the guise that I'm sick. I won't come back again. Mugabe, at the dawn of 16th June, when the May 15th abortive coup and then the subsequent 4th June coup rang on this country, 79 soldiers who had been retired and were at home. Somebody like Emmanuel Kwesi Tuka, he was far away in his home village in Lepe Mate when he heard his name on radio. Against the resistance from his family, he could just have slipped into Togo. Okita Benz, 3-door. He just could have slipped into Togo and run away. He decided to come to Accra to answer his accusers. The same thing, Kutu Achampo, I salute you wherever you are. He left his own village in Trabom amidst jubilation. Yes, Ashanti region. His name had been mentioned in Accra. he came to face his accusers. He was shot by firing squad. He was not afraid. For all Achampon did, he shouldn't have been shot by this nation. For all Kutu Achampon, all the sacrifices he did on the fronts, from education, yes, from sports, everything Achampon did, from housing. We were sleeping outside. We didn't have anywhere to sleep. Achampon managed to give us Dansoman. Patase, you talk about Kwada Sutepa, Bokum, Trabum, Fidium, that's Ashanti. Come to Accra, Teshinungwa, who did it? Achampon Sana Tradeale. When we get to 13th January every year, we must find a way to salute him. And look, we have to be careful. Operation Feed Yourself. And feed your industries. My father was in the thick of affairs at the time. Even upon all the good things he did, we got boxing champions in this country. He sent the national teams. We were suffering at the time. He sent them away to Brazil. 60 players, then another 60 players to pick the best 22 for the National African Cup of Nations in 1978. And then Anipa Beyebium. Ni when nanado mukamu Joseph Ferrata and you can papa mukamu mudino muko konsa and then who can yabo do medjani. I'm saying Roger Atojiti Polifeli. He was far away to me on the border when he heard his name on radio. He could have run away. He was not part of the coup of 1979. He was in his village in Krobo, sitting somewhere when he heard his name on radio. Soldier as he is. Krobo. That's the Mampo, yes, in Ashanti. Yes. He built it himself, his own township. He left there and drove to Accra to face his accusers. He was shot on 26 June 1979. And then more power. You people, leaders of the People's Movement for Freedom and Justice, the likes of Nana Addo Dankwa, Akufo-Addo and co. You have come to power. You criticize Achampon. You even ran to Nana Asante with Poku Transport in London to talk about Achampon, do press conference and say bad things of him. Today, the kind of things you said of Achampon, I'm begging GBC, they should play those tapes. Let Nana Addo hear himself and see whether he will not go and hang himself. Yeah, bro, Kenofrata, me see where Johnny. The earlier you people freeze his assets and catch his wife and arrest his people, do it. When Johnny Young come, May or the Mubase December, the guy is a Soviet character. He wore a woman's outfit to come and deceive you people in his Occupy Ghana demonstration and pretended to you that he had all the solutions to Ghana's economy. But me, I knew they had given him money and about time. He didn't come and account for it. How do you hand over the economy to him? An investment banker like this, somebody of an investment banker caliber, who demand no, so person cannot invest in the economy. He decided to dissipate our funds.
Activity in the Fourth Republic.
Yes, sinking fund. We're doing our road fund. We just say he has chopped all national health insurance, get fund, all of it, and hedged it. So say Susuni Kwagu and box we be Susu box no. Anyway, you see can when all the box no so money pana or born the say besides where the on Susu box, so money will come in buying 15 times. No afa. We can say Nkwala. It's Mugabe. Media Manyaji, how JM wants to reset the economy, he wants to reset the nation, how he boldly came to parliament. Ninyoma did this, so he talked about the African Prosperity Dialogue. His 24-hour economy is going to get support from the Arab Development Bank. Yes, Mugabe, all our name first, all our name regions, then cut districts. No, you find a youth organizer on work of fat plot and a buy plot. What district I did baby on work of fat. Let's go and do it. Let's collect all of it from them. Oh yes, Mugabe, me I am here. And one thing that I want to say is that my passion about this nation is not what I will get to. It's not what I want to give out, what I know, which is the truth other people have done, and I've seen transformation in their lifetime. When you read from third world to first world of Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew, every morning when you take a chapter you are reading, they started from scratch. They didn't have anything, but they took leadership determination to take the country where they are today. Look at Malaysia. Now look at Malaysia. It's palm oil all over. Look at Taiwan. At the time of independence, they were poorer than us. They used to run to Nkrumah to come and beg for ideas. Today, Taiwanese women are the best mathematicians when you go to US universities. Go and find out, because they are taking their education seriously and they are pumping their energy and investments in women. Let's allow JM to bring transformation in our lifetime in this country. Let us support him. And no kasa. Nanu John the drama the drama never ceases to happen. Also I'm more cringy. No one so much black because someone in Bonnie or Modi or Makuomano until mine no more buy no. But yeah, no, yes, we say yes, we have given birth to a new nation. So we're white, we were outdooring the new nation, whilst they were mourning the old nation that they are killed. And no much Musubai Mugabe, Mami Yalisto and some cabin, Midas and Yapo.
Say, ebi ade mani hu no, enye no na wosu.
No pre.
Ana de mani hu no nye bi eno na Alessa wosu ene yeden. Ehu. When the brief president and Opebi Oman security briefing.
Oh, the National Security Coordinator.
National Security Coordinator. CDS reported to National Security.
Every one of the officers.
Security will know. Obia report
goes
to
there, and the final person goes. That's the National Security Coordinator.
Only the brief
one. The word is coordinator, so he coordinates.
No, I just want to know. He coordinates all the security. No, only president.
Police penny,
police penny, IGP, CDS, immigration boss, fire service, prisons. Obia goes to him, and he approves all the information.
The rank is saying.
Rank.
DCO, Deputy Commissioner.
Oh, yeah, ACP for how many years I am promoted?
8 years.
He was denied for 8 years.
8 years.
Meanwhile, in the service, every 4 years,
leave it here.
Okay.
Say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Otimi. The angels are with me right now. Group of people be a security man or my plan is so mobile manage my day. I difficult for him. And the makers is here. I know what I'm talking about. Yes. They want to make the man's job difficult for him.
It is James' job.
No, Alistair. What's a me kasa me nimdia me yada.
I said Gabriel cried down chain. Who angel Gabriel down chain.
I mean, what would you like for?
O mabu ko bi say o mo ba ma papa na me say mama na bi say say the rank you saying.
DCOP.
One more rank ni say. Police service
CCOP na happen.
Thank you. You need COP for me be Bebele. I know now oye DCOP. Now oye ACPO. You two of any promote to the DCOP. And the National Security Coordinator.
Say if Rebi in was running tea in Konuyabe Bubu.
Unless I'm making a point. It
is Alba Salutu.
All the security has better than a best salutu. Fantastic. Me say the was from 1 year then. Until and they have started, and they started yesterday. And some of the men that he's working with, yesterday, they have transferred some of the men. Yes, the investigation team that he has set up to help him to achieve his aim, they have transferred some of his men.
Oh, that is why you must know.
No,
please.
You must tell him.
No, Anissa, me say the last one day.
Mugabe, use the legal word correctly.
Yeah,
they have been illegally transferred. Transfer is a legal word. It's not transfer.
With immediate effect.
Me will letter be.
Listen to me. No, I'm not here to read any letter.
Yeah, me will letter be.
With immediate effect. He is the boss. So, Mr. Osman, if you are listening to me, John Mahama will give you and what do I National Security Coordinator? For from me atankoniga biga Mugabe Maase. I'm in the spirit now. Atankoniga biga Mugabe Maase. Mitarochi. Minim diete John Mahama for 8 years here. Yam promote That's your 12 year. Yama DCOP. Niababe your National Security Coordinator and all the security couples also will report it to you. And ye adumbio.
Face saving.
Yeah, adumbio. One kwa first can koto sa appointment no. And in Canada, one National Security Minister, and yes, our National Security Coordinator, say Bako Pet, no National Security Minister, and I will head. But for our head, is from Don't let people sabotage you. I'm saying it on authority, and I know what I'm talking about. Yes,
you know how
I know what I'm talking about.
You know he's a smooth operator.
I trust the man.
Yes, he's a smooth operator.
I trust the man.
He's a smooth operator.
Very calm, very humble.
Yes.
So, Mr. Osman, you are a lawyer. And I trust you. I trust you and your men. Mr. John Mama or any appointment. That is why I'm saying I will never sit anywhere or sit behind any console and criticize your mama. Say appointment we and find the crime. Then the power won't deserve disappointment. Now what maintain the Jim said you are the appointing authority.
2 minutes shawunsa.
2 minutes shawunsa. It will be BI SSNS about appointing or the 2 minutes sano. No baga bigger be a tremble being an argument say what best sabotage it, what best bring that person down because the rank will be. No. The angels are with you, Mr. Osman. Messi, the angels are with you. Those transfers, let them cancel it. Let them cancel it with the immediate effect. Yes, without fear or favor. Let them cancel it. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Messi, enough is enough. Let them cancel it with the immediate effect. I'm not here to mention names. Let them cancel it with immediate effect. They don't want you to succeed. I'm in the spirit. The angels are with me. They don't want you to succeed.
The emphasis is yours.
Yes, but I'm telling you, take it. You will succeed. Ghana for you now, say. You better to say the Muhammad Al-Hassan, IGP or Koda da. And you above visibility. You say Muhammad Al-Hassan here.
Yes.
Legacy. Jadin power baby be a wobeko. And then the partner tell me that only no problem. Come for better hand. What's what me culture? Opeso babesrami wo bakura an one frame you me frame you mama bedu ho ayi wa pack the car wa ha twa me dada what's kodwo we ya na say what's for 2012 and setting who kofuri 1-on-1 on Radio Good na dan 15th October 15th November 2012 I said by just 2-3 weeks and yet aba and Mahama won.
Yeah,
and me be do Radio Good one. Na kofuri a different program. A year, Mr. President, to move anything. Good morning, Mr. President. Me do anako was so spirit and funny. I want to work with you on Monty FM.
Yes,
and that was it. A one start here. A basic net. And it's a menami. Sakamedi Boni and me do Radio Good and meet me afaho. Menami my age na nanu for Medi Boni and meet me afaho. And that Dr. Kwakuti when in your didi nyamicha send a message here. No my general managers a CEO on Nananum FM. NG group of companies was sending say I'm watching you live from Kumasi. Me di Bonia met me obet me I say me number test me. Yes, but Ubako but the back can't fall on. And then also the age man. We are National Security Coordinator. John Mohammed say we are DCOP. Now we are ACP. You two baby and you DCOP. When you GD a wo and what do I to and you depend on be happy. Say you do akwa do some pension, but in Yamina yadan a pejanipa.
But must it be someone's happiness?
And no. Sometimes like I say, every institution, baby, I could be a room now about the bay. CMU, unless I about the bay, I will be about the bay, the position, so betoying, about the bay. But the ministry, Mr. Osman, National Security Coordinator, Nyankopon was share with the angels also can nipa born for be or plan bibia against you and your team are no more adwuma they will fail. They will fail. They will fail. Omoba ko din konkonsa but they will fail. Omoba ploto niema but they will fail. They make us one say we so awonu yi. Ne hwe wodi ani awudi yi. That is all. Listen. Many people can make us here and half you are dealing with the topics. Set of the nation address. His Excellency John Mahama or touch on education sector, or touch health sector, or say odo vino, a besamba back beam, or touch on energy sector. say Dumisono obe fixe. Or touch on the economy. Or see economy na atetia pansam. When you be a kublemono, when him deity or kind of Ghana for Trabama, he's going to fix it. Mamesha say in free Alessa Tahiru Nelson, senior political analyst and deputy CEO of the airwaves.
Without salary.
Thank you.
Well, for Labi, and we share democracy more. We have come a long way. And yesterday was one day which impressed me a lot about the democracy. It gave me confidence about the process near the confidence the President John Dramani Mahama, friend John Abebio Dramani Mahama, Nidino no John Abebio, Muna Moye Abebio, yes.
The
second coming of John. So Wasa Abebio, Inti Bao Baino, Wachene Bobio. Say he has had experience at the presidency before. Or no, not once, not twice. This is a third clinch, whether you like it or not. Because Osori Anapa, someday in July 2012, when he didn't know he got to work, by evening time, 8 o'clock, he was being sworn in as president. During that short time, he saw a caretaker in Fahon, Kakra no be winning national elections in Kasa 2012, and Otenemu. So I like to recount these things for people to know what he has gone through, the tutorship that he has gone through. Then, with all the works he was doing, building hospitals, schools, giving us roads, investing in our future, giving us sinking fund, NHIS fund, GET fund, putting money behind us when it came to the oil and other things. They lied about him and got him out of power. He himself, one of his adverts, it gave him out during that time of the campaign. The one that he was driving a bus.
Yes.
That the people were getting that.
Ad.
Yes, he said that, okay, you let them go. When their journey is bad, they will come back. So look at him and his patience, even when he was in power.
It was in 2016.
Yeah, it was in 2016. And some of these things happened. He showed great magnanimity, that he was a bigger person. He had the temerity to carry us on. So, Buzia in his time said you must have the large capacity to stomach nonsense if you wanted to do politics. And I'm sure Mahama demonstrated that capacity during that time. And when he even came into opposition, the kind of things they said. Charlie, I believe some of the things they said. I'm telling you, the man has houses in Dubai. The bad things they said about, you sit somewhere, they say, Mahama, he's the cause of our problems. You find NDC people saying these things. We're in opposition. But you see, with time spoke his story for him. He was not corrupt. All the issues of corruption they put against him, he didn't leave his home at Cleft. He was always there. He stayed on. Of all the investigations they did, the people around him who they arrested to BNI, trying to make them uncomfortable and other things, they found nothing bad about him. So even in 2020, I said that we won the elections. If you look at the results, where we were, at least we are at 106. We came to 137. We appreciated by 31 seats. The sitting government at the time had 169 seats. They lost 32 of their seats and came to 137. But at the presidential level, we couldn't show much. And then we gave it to them. So come 2024, the message was clear and simple. It was the first time we were putting a woman vice presidential candidate in 2020. And people thought that, she was not properly marketed and who is she, and people didn't know her. With time in 2024, people had heard her. I'm sure her acceptance speech when JM named her the second time for the 2024 elections is what cemented everybody's thinking about this perfect professor who taught me at the university. I'm so proud to have sat in her classroom. She's so intelligent that when you are sitting at the back, the naughty ones, if you don't want to listen, she has a way to get your attention. The question will come to the last person at the end to get everybody involved in the classroom. I'm sure that is what she will do as vice president. She's going to get everybody involved in Ghana, making sure, because her actions, her attitudes, and look at how she supported JM going to the elections. Very calm. Yesterday when I saw her demeanor, didn't you see the balancing act yesterday? A woman, female Chief Justice, then the president who is a male. Yes, then you see the president, the Speaker of Parliament, a man, then the Vice President also female. So yesterday it was 50-50 on the stage. That one, the affirmative action here, Juma Bro. So it should trickle down. And I'm saying that the kind of things he touched on. One thing that runs through, he had accolades all across during his speech. He came up with one word or the other. You understand? He talked about the Onyado ambulance. He introduced some tree into his vocabulary. Then he talked about sloganeering. Yes, sloganeering. Then the Mahama Cares program, or Batampa program.
Then he talked about the Inkukon Kiti. That's why I got everybody laughing. Do you know why? The food import bill of this country is so high that if everybody takes in chicken or everybody takes in chicks and rears them to about 100 or 200 of them in their households, what will mean is that we'll have meat cheap and easy on our dining table to give us the protein we need as a people. We will not go out there and go and buy the carcass, excuse me for my use of word, that we go and buy in the that is imported into the country. Now we'll have our live chickens in our homes being reared by us, being looked after by us, growing, and then we'll bring them to our table. So you talked about the agriculture policy, agriculture transformation and industrial project that he was going to bring about. Then the farm to food dining table project. I mean, when you listen to him, you see that there is hope. As a blind man who was, he says, betu boabo, and in NCB biso, sana mokano. As in the friend say, obetu boabo, and in NCB biso. Where you know, his eyes are clear. His blindness was that he was in opposition for 8 years, and he saw all the things you did bad against this country, and he wants to right the wrong. It's in the nice mubone na moye eniso. Wahumbe bia moye kosi yeni na. And he has good intentions and goodwill to come and help transform this country. Into utiene kasana, nyome bi oka ho asem corruption. Osi supi. Say mo fi say mo jane no. They is asking that your assets be frozen. Freeze till the time investigations are over. That's what I'm saying, Mugabe. Ken Ankasano is a Soviet character. Onu oji musika wo botan. Oji musika wantua. Ese ko provide this diamond facility for when tua then Keligaja popo ni papa oji musika $20,000 allegedly the data bank when tua. Then am tam Ghana economy the share in sa. So on so. As a senior a jamwa penny na wo wako yi na mpese ebunso e wo apumua no aba no aba chichi bunso no wona ni sifhwe so maye bobko and they see here no exactly that's what happened. We gave our fish to the cat and now we are looking for pepper soup. There's no meat in there, there's no fish in the pepper soup. He has run away. The oil inquiry were Johnny. Me see if he comes to this country, come and look for me. Yeah, I went to the same secondary school. Immediately you declared him wanted. Mugabe immediately declared him wanted. These lawyers and people thinking around him had to run fast to beat the law. If you say he's a fugitive, for him it will soil his name. So what has he got to do? He has to give you something to confirm that he's really sick and definitely you're going to come back, so that you also withdraw what you have said about it. And that's exactly his trick worked again. He will trick them and he will come. It will lead to the sacking of the OSP. I'm telling you, can never mind happen. Or the Mobile December 5th, you mark Mugabe, you mark Baby and Sionka. Or the Mobile December. So the Muko me, or beside Chamu, 6-7 months account, no the Marco December. December is on or underground. He's enjoying life in Windhoek, Namibia. He has disguised himself and blowing your money there. Every evening, be on a nightclub. What I would tell you know the person you are dealing with. He had a plan coming to Ghana's economy. Mugabe, well, maybe. Yes, he will come again. He had a plan. Young Frizzy, young for ice block with Dada Nibi. Ice block Dada na. It take about 30 years and sana ananino. Young for being freezing the state assets. Mitrao unkatitino. Omo aye bo mudi. Anana don't call for to say Joseph Forata Ken Papamo. They drank wine when they heard that a Champon and Co had come to Accra to come and face the accusers. They knew they were going to die. And when they were shot, they celebrated. They knew they had come to serve the country. They were soldiers. They were not afraid of their actions. So when they were called to Accra by junior officers, they came to respond to their call. Omo nya lawyers. A Champon didn't buy TV. So questions say, I don't know. He should have given correct answers. He should have been a little calmer. He should have answered the people, but he didn't. No, loosen. Oh, Nyankopo, I wish I were there. I was grown to tell this man to say something. He wouldn't have been dead by now. He died. He was killed at the time he was killed. He was barely 49 years. Yes, he was born 23rd September 1931 and shot on 16th June 1979. I always try to recount this history so that we will learn a lesson. Look, John Mahama didn't talk about that two-thirds majority in parliament and what you'll be using it to do. Most of the criminal things that goes on, we must use a two-thirds majority to block it. What is it? Look at our minerals and our minerals resources. Do we get advantage for it? We are only getting 3 to 6% for our gold. We should go to parliament with the two-thirds and block that thing. Henceforth, any gold We have to.
That is being done.
It has to be done. Not even, I am even asking because at some point that you people short. He nationalized our mines to 55% of our shares in Ashanti Goldfields, in all our mining companies. That is how later on, years on, people were talking about AGC shares. Sorry, I know I could pass it at 703. Now they are 2 years statute books. Yes, it was a bad act. They took bribe.
In 2007.
They took bribe. PCRP for 20,000. You'll be able to bribe. And some of them pass it on. PCRP for YGP. Yes, allegedly on the of parliament. Say parliamentarians in your IG. I'm saying that Mugabe at 703 no na mining law no. Ama galamsey na tia say. So if JM is to stop the galamsey, he must make sure we use the two tests to stop Act 703. Let's go and reform that law. Say many okoko or masasisu. Not go with the PM in commercial quantities. I'll have to lose my right of the land to the state. In so doing, they pay compensation depending on the age of my cocoa trees. If my trees are old, I get less compensation. Then my houses, they value it and then they pay me and then they send me off. They bring machines, come and mine the gold in my land. I'm not part of the company. I don't have skills to work and also earn some of the golden money. And then people come and take the money and take it away and only leave 3 to 6%. Even the community in which I live, some of the money is not left there. Not even a percentage of it. They take all to Accra. So you think that now that they have brought the geodetic maps into the rural areas and they are pointing directly to where the gold is, they'll come and tell you that they have gold in their land. I'm asking you, they'll mine it themselves. They'll go local and mine it themselves. You have to change Act 703 in order to involve the communities and local people to also be direct beneficiaries.
But can I be president?
Yes, we have to do it. So the two-test majority, look at the lithium. Don't give it away at only 20%. 75 or no, kita ni machine wa betu. Ye tuanika oko. The lithium ni baye na mfano ho. We go to another market, go and look for anybody who is prepared to buy lithium at international prices where we fix it. Look at our cocoa. We cannot. Every year we have to go and take loan. Loan no syndicated no. No. So this year we have to struggle to buy our cocoa. So he spoke extensively about cocoa. What has gone into the destruction of our cocoa, galamsey activities, climate change, many old people who are also into cocoa and the aged population and other things. So he spoke at length, and me particularly, like I said, he's going to do well because the nenesi kwa paso. Nti yenyina beta na chini afa ne na ba ko no so asa aka ho na afide yodium koni boko yodium me odinetimi adwumpa ne akomapa because it is on the right path by yesterday's statement that he has set this nation on, and collectively we all must support him to succeed as a president who has come back for the second time. As for John Abebio, drama no yes Sankofa no intimidating mani din ankasa John Abebio. The drama never ceases. Into John Dramani Abebio, dramatic Mahama. Hey, Udin Ankasa ne bebre nyamishira wo baby
on fire. On fire. I'm calling this one and I could see because I make our Sasra Kasen Koma, a Medimosis Clinic and Eba Center Power Specialist Eba Hospital, Safari Valley Eco Resort, Victory Garlic Ministry, Dr. Mwako, S Natural Mineral Water, Hebron Hills International School now, Amuzo Eba Clinic, Amuzo Garlic Bitters, and so at the Airboy and every on the show, and 28th of February 2025, the year of our Lord. Maybe I will be also on North, South, East, and West, and a Ghana for unity and area. Listen, and I could see over to you. Now, my main corner share messages, few ones are. I'm out for a day about also my regards to Alessa Nelson and Listo. No fire tenders by MPP since 2010 and 2011, and that NDC left power, not even one. Like I said, the power fire tenders were motor from President Mills and Mahama. MPP by Oman top fire tender by Cocoa. This is coming from Dr. Gazy. Dr. Gazy, a former fire service training on Nidia or the Abba Enono. Or say you are on point. And also Nidia or the Abba Enono. Dr. Gazy. Was the board chairman.
Not on the board chairman.
Fantastic.
Alessa
Nelson, good one there. We need Madam Patience Bafuboni as Director General of Prisons. She has served Ghana Prison Service from 1987 to date. Most experienced among the directors at the headquarters.
Oh, Mugabe, our research is yielding fruit. And when we look at it, so many years, 30
8 years.
No, 32 years.
32. No, say 87.
87?
Yes, 87.
Okay, so
Okay,
before the Republic. Yes.
No,
sir.
Woman.
Wow, that's beautiful. Wow.
So her this service I want to mean from so. Mugabe before the experience we could transfer.
So 3 years.
Oh, young from Manu, not Manu, some red name, then you feel not 30%.
And when they were 3 years,
icing on the cake.
Mausi.
No, the fire there on the Danakwem on the JMSL.
Basin talent, so no.
Malika, Samuel Basin talent, immigration service on the day. I know there's a top floor on the young club. I am finding call, non soon call you to man and now mine and finding to my fan plan.
Listen, I have fun also on this State of the Nation address.
Well, Enra, Mishabi, and I'm a TAB so. Febi no na me hwe TV febi no na wo se me gya ho na me ko tena kamu na ye move ko ba bi nti me tie bi na from the get go no one would find out say Enra what were the expectations are na Ghana for ewo efa eye de Urajo Mahama ebe deliver na me expectations were met, especially in respect of the background that Sebi Obejina so they are propelling into the future. It's now I was here the state of how Akufo-Addo left Ghana, and even though he was very charitable, I could see he was very, very economical with the truth. He did so because I think in my mind, no, me say when a gloomy picture is painted to the world, ebema abemubuo abba, because some of the things he spoke about, you know, sebi say the realities pa we obi a wo amanoni a wo yembe show say wo de wo ho ba be boy because Akufo-Addo no we dey enya say o ma renam no kra manaka dompe no o ma fa chance no kra to atwene and o man no atetia pansam.
The meat is not down to the bones.
No,
you mean the marrow is gone, the bones are gone. And the bone in which the bone and meat were no. And it has been dissipated.
Yes, it's dissipated.
Indeed.
So yes. And so Enra as Obia Oye Nimdifo Nyansani no or who do or mining together on a path where we find ourselves as Obia ye free Sebi at a puimua ye koyenim. And he didn't want to do so with the me. But I say yang.
Let's do it together.
Yeah, that is how I realize say Obi bia otie Enra Sonano should reflect on nationalism. Say John Dramani Mahama was not there to be selfish in the quest to want to serve. He finds service or servant leadership as a tool a your man Mbappe bia said ye and in a shed enti Enra tie speech now. There's no better sona like that ever, because it's the sona a man who your past, the present and the future. Enti o shall say free baby na o mine eko enema ben na ye eko so o mine mu the measure say free corruption. Oh, MPP no ye discuss corruption, ye discuss obi na akọwie bibi na ye nka de krono magana fo hu ade potia ayra enti no Ghana ni bi ti ba bi a ase emfa ne ho se obi akọwie oman sika, because onyi se sika na obi akọwie no eye ono ene ni nuanom ni na yonkofo nyina sika a mo ya omanfo sika ena nipa baako afa awasa ne sirem enti ohyaase free babia na sabio yesika samo a yenyina no yehu se okono no wa creative funds bebre one ora mills creative funds bebree sebi ora Tony Redu na bo nwum se wonya sika asie bi enti sika omampani kofo ehu oil ye sha asie wo mills abfan so a ye two fango no omu create heritage fund ene sa sika no akufo ado no mbaaye no om de awaso omusire amedru baby na oka sinking fund ho asem say sika aka wo sinking fund mu em say no aka 64,000 cedis.
No, 443 million
cedis. Okay, so 143 million cedis.
And so
$64,000. Na Oshe Sika na Ora Mahama Krampo Sebi Ofra Bemu Ojatuma, it was in excess of $350 million. Yeah. Nessa Oshe Sika Epufado Aya. Na mede ka esi asembi so. Okay, time afoko beye MPP party chairman. O share party na account mu, Eco bank account no. Na sika akemu. Na Ekufado no mu diama na kai 79 Ghana cedis.
David.
No, you can find out this.
No, baby. O say
Ekufado. Time wa. Owu afoko beje party no as chairman no na Kwabena Japan ye the secretary.
Yeah.
Na Same Crab ye second vice no. Omoko kan anim say na den we di party scammer aka 79 Ghana cedis no. Na account no sika wo mu ye 79 Ghana cedis. Na o ma di sika ni nyina manasa.
I do 100.
In 100.
In fact, at the show boy.
Afoko num
do sika di.
Afoko num sika omu wezi ye. Obia no person ye ebia member of parliament bia no and I say MP aspirant bia no omu ma omu tue sika bi ma omu the bankers draft and ko tue e sika no na wo say afi omu the bankers draft ne ko to party account mu na e mature na party ni timi sika no etimi e de ye party na adwuma no Ekufuado ene akwa bi e fe na bankwa ye bo a ona na ye treasurer omu di sika no omu de ko to McMahon account mu di sika no ma emu fa kese no omu de koto McMahon account na onu free so as chairman ama afoko aba no ama even otanko bi chebilante aba be dia ansana afoko aba no omu de koho koto a defunct account na egumu ama sika no mature ma Akufo-Addo yi sika no die ama in one example no sika na omu yi ye no Akufo-Addo say o de kwa akoye fundraising we UK £100,000 now the coin no all bano ofi UK bano no Ukrainian sem £52,000 eno crampo no e ya man for pledges omo aye ano ho ba omo abo se say yenya sika ye the best send £52,000 £100,000
or the 100,000 you got zero
wa fa hwe
zero
Steve Mallory num sika omo jeje man wo US or the talk am slow usu Emma obetwi ka no Ghana ha.
We don't have that.
Me pacho Mr. Onye menye newscaster. And if you don't have, I can prove to you. So discovery na is we use no. I don't think I menye newscaster no. Mr.
Thank you.
Me ba ha menye newscaster. Untrue news ma me na ma. Me station free. Sa ka no na is we use discovery bi na no use no. Steve Mallory no ne koto ka no. Fifio for yata no na koto sa ka no. Say omo de beboa Akufo-Addo no say o de ba be ma eslousu enti sika ya de begru Mugabe Maase de John Mahama enye the first time wa wo be hu bi nie me ma ni history ebi kura book no kro mo kenkan wie on be kwa kopie so sese wa bro ni kura bia na etwa de ka boso me enti omo nya botre na omo nya meticulous because the rot is too much.
And I didn't talk about the oral going to down to the village.
Yes.
Oh.
I know I'm also but
no need this.
You don't expect everything to be in one speech. You know, John is it's a master
because but this way
you know how he operates. You know how John operates. So I mean, if you have such a president, you don't have any cause to worry. So on the road, you know, you must say because so 54 billion Ghana cedis John Mahama J as Bosiabo. Now we share 4 years now or year mampeni no. Now we share infrastructure Ghana benefited from that money, that quantum of 54 billion. Now, what the goods and any say, Obi Timiaji in excess of 700 billion within 8 years. Now, 700 billion now, you know. You say, a Juma Ben or this has 700 billion now, yeah. One Timmy Crunch, to say the Mahama, yeah, and best 10% and not even less 10%. Then you should know, say, Sikane Fakesi and say, the Biamekano, Eshenko Fobotum. And when he began discussing the rods about how much money or no air core or the jar a kufado, any dear or no buy ya a kufado dear jano, a one of them shame. Because even though I expected Senka a kufado or be reckless, no, not means or be cut down to the bone, and I said to the silver, means a besa. And you know, Ghana you assemble the papa
when it comes to our finances.
Now, or this can say that notwithstanding, no, or best I hear the home, I hear Juma. Now, I say I be paying, and I know Casano. What say, obey making sure say, obey expanding your infrastructural, yeah. Idea of boss wa na efebi no minhu kwan a obetimi afa so aye but the sound say why you be painting no no GDS obetimi aye no eye idea your friend the big push. Okay, say Adana no from 2020 and 2024.
Yeah, 10 billion support.
Also or the 10 billion ebe share infrastructure
development. Yeah.
Na wetimi bia kwan ahodo a eyenketua mu ama ebia ufri bia Kumase bank ran ya enya afi na potholes ahodo beba ebia ufri eye enkran ekọ voter e wo say kwan ahodo a edida de dem sebi okọbono ba bia obefa bia sa corridor routes ni nyina no eastern corridor routes ni nyina no e wo say ebiebiem no omoye tini nyina ya ade a ora mahama even though obaye no wa magana fu ehu say wa metu sika bia wo futuo mu impo get fund ananke ye de hwe esukuu sem ne de amanioma no ekufo do de asia wowa until 2036 or 37 no yentimi emfa yensa enkobo get fund mu enya sika bia enfiri ade se sika bia ye jeje ne nkakra ebi ebetima aboaboa no etimi da ye bibi enti no se wo hwe
uka 2036 nanka be sound na age at that time.
Oh,
that I know I did 92.
Me bomb person yankopon be me 180. I just want him to see. No, yeah, me people say yankopon one na ohun say be on sua bibi free amemo papem.
Bon ko say.
Na da chi bi say we nyina de to ne mafo. What you say? Me impress obi person no yankopon man ntena say no nyin nche. No,
you disagree if you say
semi any sabi obakwasia difference a ewo. So medical can say the difference between MPP and NDC no John Mahama. That's the only difference. Yeah. The leader no the bet show the difference no. And you know okay infrastructure no makoma tomiyem. Ebiom okay healthcare and a disease ahodoa sebi wana woniska. Oh say eya na MPP no ya kase bia te say national health insurance scheme no. MPP for you can't say say what do we call it sadia social intervention.
Yeah.
Oh, there is no social intervention will be as insurance into social intervention because a idea sebio you triaka
you pay premium
like Pastor Mensa Utabe mentioned no ebia na wo na wa adwene mu enno no unim adekura woka nti na wo say a social intervention no aban no oni bibia de said wo omamba no wo de ama no a government has nothing until you give it. And so national health insurance me who say are you no mtiwa mu yedede na den na sika wo futuom national health insurance no mo kapo no e discount ko to abankesim na mudi John Mahama say obaye national health insurance no captain no be ye free ho na sika ekoto sa futuo ni mu no wo de amagana fo etimi e de abo wo mo ayaresa ene ayarehwe e ho bra say national health insurance ye adwuma na say sebi o ma national health insurance card so now the hospital yan konkoma aduro bi akeke ye be ma aduro a ebe sa yare ebe ma yarehwe ene ayaresa so enso atimi akontem enti saa nyoma ni nyina no waka ho asem osaka bibi fa eye adan ahodo a Akufo-Addo COVID bae obehye Ghana for bose obesie agenda first na 88 and ba 111 na sa agenda 111 no empanifo se wudwi anka agu a na wunsi dan wudwi anka agu a na wunsi dan na nsani osidan wo dem ansa na odi akosi asase so ansa na obepie se mi kosi dan no e wo se wutimi nya adwen a sabi eye John Mahama adwen ni bi edi humu eneye etikese ewi adwen ho abeka sa adwen emre ukohu sagle message ho no wa adwen abedwen se oh okata na ni tie ya na esi ho but o planning ahead and who said there be answer na message sagle me no e wo se minya sika botini bi a ye de kwakoye ground breaking na sabio me kate soda kiti wo se construction sase Akufo-Addo se yebo na COVID aba 2020 ni ye kwakoye election and also obesi na akumako 88 anso wow ye to aba ni wie ye no no sa kan say 88 ne kro kan ni so obesi 111 no as at the time anajo Mahama kasa e wo mrase bedwam ra no na ba ko pempo enye adwuma
without it's not operational, it's completed by operational.
They omo person omo tie no say miensa na Akufo-Addo etimi siye tio 111 otimi si miensa wo de yemfa eno ne eye sa e-blocks no enyan fato ho. John Mahama spent only 4 years in government. 4 years.
Less than 4 years.
Court no wo de fa court no ka ho. Wo de ni nyina no e ka ho na so 4 years. Wo de fa be say 4 years. 4 years no o promise Ghana for so obesi 200 your friend say e-blocks. As at the time I wo free aban no na pro na obedi ade as education minister
315
or say John Mahama see 47 no anyway see wie the rest of them no unu sana John Mahama na as at the time our office no na 123 ena ni nyina no ewo at the stages of completion yeah. Some of them had been completed
70%.
Well no me no kase no agenda 111 no almost 3 pe 8 years now be tra ba mu nyina 3 pe no MP before na kan say
one
none is operation one MPP for say Akufo-Addo ayade pa watimi asi 3 ne so a John Mahama at Ghana for say ba ko kura ni wa ye adwuma
not operational, none of it is operational. Yeah,
ba ko kura ni wa ye adwuma etimi busa me ho say
promising 111
who so the $400 million and akwakushem $400 million no and John Mahama kire say $400 million no say Akufo-Addo kra tene ne ho say or the see enye your friend is saying asupiti na
no complete
a complete ma yetimi ayo operational enke mu be 24 and enke betimi ayo
because each one was $18 million completed and fitted and working.
Yes,
because $18 million for one.
Now none of them is operational.
Yeah.
So where is the money?
They shared it amongst themselves and they dissipated it.
Segana for timinya botre. Segana for timinya botre. Na sabi omude aban ni mienu gu nsani ni a. Eni kwen Segana ni bi a wodone man. Enya akomatoye mo se ye wade bi efre ni MPP na makogina ho a mede mensi akotim so se mato abama no. Obi obeye se bia oye manboyo ni. Because say uhwe ekwanya Akufo-Addo ni na busuafo ni na yonkofo ni na appointees e dey on my way afaso any the level of ripping off, the level of embezzlement, the stealing
81,000 names
young akoswa how I was so young to so the kind of say I still talking this say na your taxpayers money ya jeje and then sika na yesi e bi kosi agenda 111 no ebinum afesika na di. I don't expect say a better lamentation to say the mame Patricia PJ kan no any question John Mahama, His Excellency will judge Hanema way emani yet said the Muadino Omuninko. And on Professor Mills, yeah, and Ma Omunya, the level of impunity, and you know, Brazil they could steal and say, they said the Nanabino Tete or Monkey Cancer Muno. Must say, they should investigate and get to the bottom of each one of them. Because, and yes, what the Kakeke. I was saying, we not chrono now, cost on your Timmy, when more money are from near money in our dead DDS, Magana from last but not the least, our Kaya many J and Ra. Sir, Obi Per Juma, we a police station executive, we are executive of MPP. Now, we TB Tia, same way, never fat, say be Moaba. That's a Nansa Wumwa, if you look, we dana would drink, I'll be ye. What if you only Juma ye? Obianya, who to me, what the man no. To abama no ababem ya appointing na manako NSS gift your worry o hwe ne tintin ati se moboto na ono o se moboto the 5 kilos me city say me nkasa oye moboto bacho
personal way dey
me pacho
you no free on
me
you
free matching why the tintin to say medium the man
Alisa please
okay o dey na me city say moboto o se me nyi free
you are here free
moboto now yes, any pana or no babemu. Etimi, at the woo dear babemu, etimi who paid no amount. Sikana, Omojiji, 700 each, no. While multiplying by Nipa 81,000. Hey, every Busumi Bia no nya. More than 50 million Ghana cedis. Nobody don't know. Sani pan, what do you say on no quanenam? One didn't cut now. Mammy for more parekan. And an account our board no so Nana B. Okay. So when I talk about the criminal syndicate of family and friends, you see, they did not come for any reason but John 10:10. Or before Majis will be welcome. Say very well. And to say, and money yet to say, John Mahama Baba Kaneke. Oh, the Amagana for a before the bit near Baron. Yeah. And they say, I say we like to discuss the Obiaye. Sink of Fugum. Ma Enyansen, I was saying, now you for old dirty, then thou share. But then you go to prison, I'm telling you. Make away. Ama, forget it. You say, John Muhammad, Nada for Pane, your friend is Abuga Pele. Thank you. Now Abuga Pele, Akoye Bonnie. Yes. Now man fall down to say, John, this is your brother. Yes. You can't do that to your brother. Or say, no, he's my brother, but it's a national fund. And he turned the cost of the law to him. It's a state fund. Yes. I mean, it's not your personal money. On your Abuga Pele. And I'm not going to Jida. Sika ya de sha ne nsa no afa ne nsa ase dia na chese ne nsa mu nwunu na nipa nso ne nsa mu nwunu no ya mane nko na sesabi Abuga Pele mpo etimi anya ne nsunsunso aso akọ Philip Asibit mu nyina akọ etimi se de ya de adwuma na se o mo nsa no obi ti se Dominic Ayeni doctor a obo ni din hwe there are people who have different thoughts about him because they feel say or you be a or you too calm. But the Biana me kind of say, me am of Akufo and the boo baby say, and show you and the Fendi Penyon share. It's best to say, or no, a doctor or certificate, a good father or a lawyer, but only certificate. It's best to say, who they share team now, do Omuya Jumano, who they share, or Babu now, or Canning Huna, and or call that just the same side, what busy, who meant for justice, at the same lawyer, yes, is your Supreme Court, Johnny Colendi. Yeah. I know the Mukana Saman and Buafuka because I am made off power. Or Adamfo. And you no, Anado law reports, Anado Digini, and you catch a public. No, I can't say. Catch a public. No, you run Anado, you have law reports, I didn't but I can't say it here. So, you see, let's say, Omuma Omani Komajumane. All right. Now, young Chia Cronforno. So, we take Cronforno, Pona went in Yanya Quayagan and in Akuma Betonium. What a crowd for so I can't be as Sikana woman. It's in excess of about 90% of the accrued money. Because about Ama Sebi said your mama can't say freezing for assets. No. So what's it for Yata? You say, I could for the aquatic company say, omo de bie ambulance den repair center na ambulance baako yama no $137,000
so obese that second no obese that second
sika no etimi to ambulance mienu ye so fan kwara repairs na say nipa we wono ntro krata say obeba me OSP no me ndal to the oye because I know what he went through almost at some point he nearly lost his life it mesre mo say mo ye nyina ye nta na chi say ye ba be bo na chi no eye ade ankofo na sesama yen ankofo na sesama yen say na be ya we will be diverse amongst ourselves. Let's focus and make sure we support the OSP on every course. Yes, he has not tried in the past, but you could not have tried. He could not have tried in the past because Ekufuado was not implementing his way. It is mo mi nyina ye mo awo obi bia wo anti-corruption agency bia mu no mo mi anta wo achi ni ye mo achi dom na sebi yesi aboane ntakra na ma ne ho ye fe na ntakra aboane so de enka fa nyinam kwatre kwa ye mo achi dom ye nka wo ho na bibi bia wo hia from the public no ye nyina public na na mu ni ye nta wo achi na ye mo enough support because they wokochi kronfo no say ya mo ne ho ban ya kronfo no kra be wia na ma ono so adare kronfo it mess so na na kusi na se mo se mo ye mo ho ban rather than say obi achi we cannot be PROs for thieves.
Yeah, you understand.
Anybody who said man criticizing Ora, no, their criticism was to the effect that they wanted to be PROs for thieves.
Yeah.
But John Mahama, as wise and shrewd as he is, Ora no, man bemu mpono, no one who says or chase or bar bemua, and conform kwa yama bedru baby no, Ora for no craka say, Fadia come on moi, omo fama. But the time I can say, what will be a fabrano, now Ora for no. In their readiness no MPP for na nkoso bu afu omo aho because omo lose election enti wo a wo ma ye lose ye no ye de hu do si abekwa akoma overafo no say na omo try so omo ka omo ho abom no ebi mu anu omo ho what must say on the wit that John Mahama has and so now no they have enough to search for and on say recovery no it's not easy. How much did they say they have to recover? In excess of $20 billion. Oh.
Very well.
How much were we looking for from IMF?
3 billion.
So how many times of 3 billion are in 20 billion?
6 to 7 times.
Very well, Madam say Alessa Nelson Listo and Nakwesi Poko for that fantastic submission live on TVS YZ and also on Power 97.9 FM. So you do prison a year service in Samama or Mobi no Kuha Bia 80 Yemia a year Gregory Afoko.
Yes.
She said in Yamia Domo, Ababi when you bill. The Ababi can a yensa and area breaking news idea. No. Medimosis Clinic and Eba Center, some men can't show Sebrana Suye, where the Medi Gale capsules, the baby so when you been on my boy, papa, Boama Moja, Timidini, Peduanimo, Fusani, ye, Bema, dear, was it, would to me, Agent Naso, Nabi Biansu, Etimicon, Kama, Edemawo, a Boasan, with the immune system, and many Peduani, Jan and Naso brand, and Boama, also to me, the ye, and my appetite, no sweet Miko ye, papa, and ma, a year would be biara. We are Bema prostate or sexual weakness, male and female infertility. I want why a day, my ya, Mawariache, Monko, Maye Medimosis, so na Bibian to Minko and kind famamo, hypertension, diabetes, sciatica, typhoid fever, malaria, stroke, any dental problems in Ano, Fanina Akodime, Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center. Medimosis a chira kwan ewo Adenta barrier omoben Adenta police station or AESL building inside the Ghana Highway Authority yard Accra Ministries J Kojo one school for the deaf ni din hwe ni mu ene Kumasi ahinema kokoben so no obi hu no ewo ho fe Dr. Medimosis on 0244 068447 0244 068447 ofra obeje osu. S natural mineral water in Suninnie Oba 37 BBC Street Wosu Accra. Dudu bi apebiano obenya bi ewa Sansu na ura mekom show bi Morgan ha obenya S natural mineral water ni bi. 059 627-3547 059-627-3547 ofra Medimosis Emma wo ahotono na S natural mineral water nso no ububu bi say ye say ye party bi na wo ye gathering bi a wo ye bia no wonya S natural mineral water na what is ever wo na omane beje oba SWAZ broadcasting here wo se open Mr. Robert dudu bi a ope bia no onsa ebetumi aka
Victory garlic mesa efe Dr. Mwakwa suye kupe bi nenum se de bi e betimi abo ni pedua ni ye papa Victory unya bi na wonum a eboa ema bibia akonkan e de mawo obi a nakoma ebo ni pele unya Victory nu bi num a ebeboa wo ye papa ama eniama akonkan e de amawo saa so na eboa ma moja timi di ni pedua ni mafusa ni ye bro ni beka se blood circulation pibi nenum nensem boost we immune system no emfa ma wonan no wonsa edu bia na ye titiriti se anansi ache wo no enya anansi na ache wo nemum no moja timi ni pedua ni mafusa ni ye no na bema wo enya saa eye atenka no eno ane se wo bepe Victory garlic misani bia no na wo bo wura wo mfichire wo pharmacy shop na ho no wurem saa so na herbal shop no wurem obenya bi e wo ho fe Dr. Mwako on 0201 293280 0201 293280 and 0242 545633 0242 545633 o fe Dr. Mwako obeje wo so Hebron Hills International School or Media of the Nsamom Road, or Mobile Media Presbyterian JHS, no, Wawo Bang Air, Bosumi Miasa, Kusim Finum, Montessori Tetiania de Bemano, lower and upper primary admission go so air coso, to Tumekay, Ubi a war a year adwajiri in Samom, who a year Hebron, and our media, who a jinko toku, and our a yokofiku and patemu, for Obanoco and Winyantity, a pane bianco kind and famano, sounds so and Ubia, who a year Kolima, Uduma say, enim ya mia wodo ni nyina poku ase ne patemu amasamai Macedonia ene sapema pobima ewe nyina no wodo wani kire Hebron Hills International School a obenya akonya de ama oba no said de bia onya admission no wurema ntetia no so bekoso learning materials ni afi United Kingdom UK ababedu obedu omrofo nkwalai omoka brofo ana wa akora no eja wo say yes ne mekoyi achechefo no so abotre pa de mankwada no tutumrika wo say excel and shine na fa oba no ko Hebron Hills International School. Safari Valley Eco Resort and a Friday, see the Kufuri and a West Afan level away flying was it Chinamuga, made many better Safari Valley. Na me kwenye kwana meko, benyane tiese enche. Na Alessa Tahiri Nelson or Baba your wedding. Alessa wedding or Baba Yesu, and the moment say Siutunguan washe. Evidence of good living. Was it your mama Bapa one from Manu Crab Bofan Hokeka, none why then from money and from a papa, a breeze na and Namusiano, breeze near papa. What you say, the wind of change in Abba. Into Alessa Nelson said, here, Mogacha member your wedding India, Bukuho Mami, reservation of Fatum Mami, a Safari Valley Eco Resort, above wildlife experience, number one. Udras yo jata sebo and antelope see any zebra moko no moba ye do betra electric car num baasi tu se hwi na ye to gas no so no omoso ewaso ye ho edema omo de ubechine kama waba bedu no se wasi wudware swimming pool woni wo family package wo ho mamo swimming pool no ko amode nya amansan de ne mu nyina moko mudware wom tongon one wo yire ne wo ma ebusunya no umpewe na opede eno ase odi wani bechire eye okre enuane ye waso ye so no local and continental dishes. We do environment to be say yes, very very conducive. And one say obe bookie wa reservation bi bia esu for 059-691-4394 059-691-4394. Ofra Safari Valley Eco Resort omo dew in the Eastern Region Okre constituency omo ebejo so Power Specialist Eba Hospital omo ne digiri kajiri eni nupa edi aba edwaso ma me se tutu mirika ne bra na so ye hepatitis A and war, hepatitis B, C, D, and IG, a fatty liver problem, a sciatica, a prostate, memano, a broken bones, no penny baby na attachment, and I ulcer, Nina for brass, a component minim, and I a fibroid. You see, you are with the Guminiaba, who do power specialists about hospital, or Baba may be a concan Eddie amount for pursue you cool study her. Would do any Kumasi, free as a tree, a year put to a continental contemporary, so, or they just both filling station, and the edi ehwe mu akra so kwa benya pokwasi ACP kwantempono so one block factory no na edi hwe ni mu takwa defo ne kire Anaje Estate oben Anaje MA Primary School no fe na woni ye maame adu ya ntwetwe nkomai on 0244544422 0244544422 ofra obejo so Amuzu Herbal Clinic Amusu Herbal Clinic. Dr. Amusu Samin Kanchiro, Sebra Nasuye, Amusu Herbal Clinic, and Obenya Amusu Garlic Bitters. One of the Amusu Garlic Bitters, Eddie Abedasuo, Amusu Garlic Bitters, Winya Bina Woboba, a Buama blood circulation here, Juma, a reduce cholesterol, so Winnipedianum, a control urine flow, and a sign reduce high blood pressure, and a sign minimize high sugar level. Winya baby, and one say Obenya Biano, Ubia Unanteka Crebiana Wabre, Winya Amusu Garlic Bitters in Minabuba, and Woko Yedi amount. Dr. Amusu, the champion man, was what I say. Would do any pharmacy shop, Heba should be a Mobenya Biato. For Doctor 0247 776 0247 776 Wofra or Bejo was soon be Biansu etimi Akonkai Kama Ede amount. A higher radio, higher power FM and a TV SY set. Well, you have a few minutes. You have just 5 minutes to go. To mention the 2 Mamo. 5 minutes to go. 2 minutes. Now, after 2 minutes, you start for me. Unless I list for me. You for 1 minute.
No president, no ba parliament, no, and any person, and so sorry, no buy a constitution and a channel. Buy and so buy any crime passo. I can a kuma moasem, or count mine. I drink pie kitano. A true and clear picture about the city. Sisiano, Akaya citizens, we have to come along with what he has said. Our actions to our environment. When it comes to sanitation issues, we must be more responsible under this new government. Now don't be selfish, don't be inward looking. Try and help. Let's live in that spirit of newness. Say Abba Fufu Abba. Now media send Americano. With the asidake sebe mampenim fwa omo advising omo pushing omo propping it up because we show so many be okaya the international community no mo bo mo tinko they were happy with the kind of things he was saying we betumi asa akofie video nti Mugabe Maase ni akwenya na misre national security for Kibi Technical Institute Kibi Technical Institute minsa da minsa yem national security for mu tie mi amon ko go there community development director school nation local government ase Obiafa school who say any personal property and for some months now me no am frame video call say man pata omo an kan toko e be si school morning nti mesre me bunko to je mesre o to the necessary action must be taken in that school to replace the principal. But I think say me
for it yen na se cheomo
yeah me cheomo
especially ACP Sefas Ata
Mugabe uko bo Ghana afene say Pierre nya adwuma
o de na kwase fosu akọ
yeah na religious affairs cry to me be bomb power
o de nipa na kwase fosu akọ o de na oda so gambaga he na be transfer na kwa
obeba akra be dipeni dachi
red ninja also le chia
I miss bonga yo recruit grant won't qualify. Mugabe, me who say a future be free, me papa, Madina Duncan Williams Waba. And your future papa. Appointee Bia Yafa a Juma, Tomama for a Juma, at the teaching Ghana for to a bunny boom. Or Duncan Williams Naba, a bacope. A democracy moon and a sofa, any now sorry ba, Ubia 1 vote, a Unyamianim, Casa Amen. Amen. A future no the mama nya futu papa en free nyanko pon listen mesraw obi bia ya me patchom mama nka say we are not discussing no me papa chen it's not a topic but I need to caution people or say obi a we appointee wo do mama ban mu no don't pay evil with evil me patcho sa de nya futu papa obi a we your man we bone no for bone twa ne ka na prison wo ho no prison for transformation. Prison for transformation.
Thank you.
Mumi enten kofon kogum. Sa futuo na omode ba no eno na sa sofo bempa bi kodo boate bempa o se John Mahama ya nto aba ma se betiche nkofo gum na ke to aba ma John Mahama so me yeden ya to aba so ma ti nkofo gum you waduma say you sofo waduma wo ye na en say enti na okeka sansem no me semo amo bia mfa sa futuo na nya futu papa bia na me ofa ne ma ba de nyina
da say my mfa boni ntu aba
baby sa boni ntu boni kan we ye boni om dia yo man no ye fa boni ntu om ka
me da say
na nya say na ho emo bia hu say ye mama mu me ye boni etia o man no abia ba ko no so mama ye ne say Hajj village no say bie Hajj village no na wa bie no mesre say Mumiafa aseda enikabia ema Mahama.
Atabil. I love Alessa's jacket. Nice man. This is coming from Akogan.
No, Akogan. That's why Jimmy Masters in public. Sector
market. But I'm going to say na ya da mo moje be etime ehwe na say. Akopon sha obibia no mo obibia ho ban obia weekend hwe ho so yi se de be adwoada ye nyina betumi asan aba besia. Ye de odokro ye afoko welcome back. I'll be happy to see you this weekend. Etinyamisho obibia no nyu obibia kese. Alessa Nelson, thank you. Listo, thank you. News is next word Accra Kofi Dakon ene miniaba dache hima. Memo nyina mo enitio.